Actually, that'd be dope. I want to watch an anime that's like that.
Right?
All right, the stream should be back up now.
All right.
I think it would do well as a horror series.
What'd you say? You wanted to
Main
watch an
character
anime that
introduced in
does
the third episode? Fuck yeah.
Where the protagonist gets introduced in the 3rd episode.
Oh.
If you did that with a horror anime, that'd be great.
Anyway,
I've seen ones where they get where the one you're following in the 1st episode dies, and the protagonist is introduced at the end of the 1st episode.
so the stream
seen
is
that.
back. The stream is back up.
I've seen that too.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
So,
Go back into it.
yeah,
Back in session.
Imperial Bioweapons Division Project I-71A, codenamed Blackwing. As you're going through, you see the actual like notes detailed by the Doctor of the Purge as the infection got onto this ship and then started to spread violently amongst the crew members, and that some people, more than likely, in most cases, it has a natural draw to attack force sensitives more so than anything. But it tends to ignore machines and droids. However, as you're reading through, you do notice that there is a antivirus that you can administer before the infection has reached a certain point or before the infection is transmitted to a person to prevent infection and death, as well as reanimation from that.
Awesome.
You do have the details available on how to make an antivirus. It is more so the materials needed.
Okay. Could I see if the medical biote has the materials needed?
Yeah, sure. Give me a investigation check.
I swear to God.
No.
If
So
it requires you seeing
honestly,
or looking
what
for
you're
something,
needing,
you ain't getting it.
hold on. What you're
perpetually
needing is
blind.
essentially like force sensitive. You know, you're gonna need blood from someone who is either immune resistant or force sensitive.
Hey, I have that.
And you need not only do you need their blood, you would also need a small strain of the virus. Which with the 9, you're able to find the virus. It's everywhere. It's floating in the air.
Okay, then. Do I already have those then?
You
So
have
you
all
got
the
that.
necessary materials to make a antivirus and or vaccine, but you do not have the materials here to make it here. You do, however, know that you have the materials back on your ship to make it.
Okay. This is gonna be an easy trick.
Or you have, you know, other people force sensitive with you.
No, I don't. I mean, yeah, it's a good idea. So you said there's bodies surrounding me?
Yes.
Can I see if any of them have, like, lightsabers or anything?
As you're
indicative
looking
that
through,
maybe they're force sensitive?
from what you're doing when you're looking through, you basically just see a bunch of people in stormtrooper armor. Generally, you don't see anybody with lightsabers on board in here.
They just said it.
Do they have any credits?
Okay.
Credits? No. Any
fucking
credits
the
they
dead
have would be the credit chips themselves would be so just degraded over time that they wouldn't be worth anything.
Worth half a credit.
It's an old number, but it checks out.
Okay.
Small machine now, the man.
Is there any other, like, there's computers nearby, yeah?
Correct. There are computers nearby.
Could I try and, like, download, like, a map of the ship?
Yeah. So, I'd say give me a technology check.
I figured he was gonna hit you with that. Oh yeah, they're around. They don't have power, but they're here.
To be fair, strangely enough, this ship has power.
Yeah.
Very low power, but power.
I'm open them like this.
Oh, we finally got hit by the rain. Raining right now.
There you go.
If I'm next to get lost, your heads up.
Apparently.
Yeah, it still ain't raining here.
But well, lucky you. Fucking
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
bitch,
have,
answer
you
your
have
phone.
a full blueprint layout of the ship.
No, it's like on
Perfect.
Portland, and it's like.
Yeah. Oh, CJ's power had a power flicker on him.
Hey, dumbass, answer your phone.
Answer
I'll
my
check my
phone. What
phone.
do you mean answer my phone?
Cassie's calling you.
I'm not getting any phone calls.
Oh.
Do you want to bring me your phone real quick then, if you're able to get a phone call?
Sure.
Okay, that should be
What is it?
I guess we'll run this ad real quick. Sorry for so many ad breaks, because apparently if stream loses connection and then has to reconnect, fucking Twitch wants me to do that, apparently.
Hmm?
Hey, my phone's not able to put false in right now. So we had a power flicker here. I know, we're trying to get through this to chill. We are. I know we are. If we need to head down and under his ear vehicle.
Christ, I got like another hour in me, and then I'm going to bed.
That's fair.
I won't be much longer because I got work in the morning.
Ditto.
I finally got a job. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. I can make
I'm so
money.
happy for you.
All right,
Thank you.
guys. We're gonna try to get through as much of this as we can after this ad break finishes, before everybody's got to get off and stuff like that.
Just pay for
Alright.
the ad break.
So basically, don't be argumentative.
Yeah, try not to be argumentative with each other
We're disruptive.
Okay.
or disruptive. Simple point being, what DM says goes. But anyway, that being said, hopefully no more power flickers or power outages.
Promises.
I said hopefully. Anyway, so where were we at?
I just downloaded the schematics of
You
the
got you
ship.
just downloaded the schematics. You've got the schematics for the ship.
Okay. Okay. In that case, first question, is there any on the schematics? Is there anywhere close by I could head to that could maybe get me access to like a key card or a body that may have a key card that we could use for security clearance?
I would say give me another investigation check.
They just started fucking pouring rain, I'm pretty sure.
I swear to God.
Not as far as you can tell.
I'm literally blind.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Strangely enough, you
You
really
just never
are.
roll good perception checks.
I never do. Anything with sight. Okay. In that case, I want to take the fastest route back to our ship.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you guys are progressing through, you're making and taking the fastest route back to your ship. Let's switch over to Kate and her crew real quick, or in her group.
Alright.
Yeah. So you have alerted the Horde.
Somebody
Obviously,
play the Left 4 Dead sound effect.
Someone hit the witch.
You have alerted the Horde.
Obviously, I ignite all 4 of my sabers and I get ready for combat.
Oh,
So-
actually, yeah. Necro, do you tell them anything about this over the comms?
I wasn't sure if I had comms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let them know that. I'll let them know about what Blackwing is. I'll tell them what I do know, and that I'm gonna head back to the ship to make an antivirus.
Yeah. So you guys have been informed. Don't get bitten.
I'm also. I'm also gonna tell them I have the schematics of the ship.
Mhm.
So if they have any questions, then I can assist.
So yeah, shortly before the Horde is alerted, you were informed of Project Blackwing over the intercom, and you hear
Oh, shortly before?
as it's happening, as you're saying your prayer, you
Alright,
hear
okay.
reanimation from dead, and their only goal is to spread the infection. Bites, scratches, lacerations makes the infection not only progress faster but kill you quicker for reanimation.
Okay, what kind of Resident Evil storyline is this?
So, yeah, Kate,
Face is dead.
you have half of a little girl hanging on to you as this horde, this flood of undead come barreling around a corner.
Honestly, that was a
Okay.
great time for me to warn them. Actually,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good time.
What did he say to us? Sorry.
don't get scratched, don't get bit. They're zombies. I'm working on an antivirus. I have schematics. If you need help with directions, ask.
Okay.
All right. So, so the where exactly like located towards me are they? Like barreling around the corner or whatever?
So yeah, you're in solitary, and there's the main central hallway, then there's the two offshoot hallways. The little girl did her scream, and it alerted all of them, and they are now from the depths of solitary off of the main branch, like on the outer hallways, just barreling down, almost like they're congregating towards you.
They want that food?
And you have half of a child gripping onto your arm.
Okay. I will. How close is the big horde towards me? Are they like a good distance away, or are they like
I'd
close?
say maybe from where you can see them coming around the corner, I'd say they're maybe 120 feet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm writing a note.
I thought they were closer. Then I will just, if she's just latched onto my wrist, I'll just use my chimera, my flame sweep, just burn her in the face.
Okay. You go ahead and roll damage for me.
All right.
That was a great description.
Good sound effect. I liked it.
Yeah. I like the you.
Fuck.
Okay,
God,
you
the
did 4
rules are
damage.
shit.
Now you have you have half of an undead little girl on fire gripping onto your arm.
Face me, cowards!
Alrighty then.
You face me, cowards! They put me on front of Wheatie Box.
Alrighty then.
What would you like to do now, Hunter?
Well, if she won't let go, I will just take out my fucking vibroblade and just cut her arm off so I can get away from this bitch.
Okay, roll damage.
Alright. Okay. I don't like how it's just... Alright, where is it?
Oh God.
Actually, that was
Alright.
on a better round.
So you're able to like hit her arm, and you forget that there's bone, and now you notice that a second arm from this little girl has grabbed your other hand with the vibroblade in it as she is moving closer, trying to bite.
Bitch.
She wants kisses.
Is anybody else gonna try and do anything to help Kate, or are y'all just leaving her?
Well,
They're just gonna stand there and look.
what I'll do is I'll use my lightsaber to cut her arm off.
Okay. Roll damage for me.
That work?
That's a to hit, but sure.
Oh, I thought it would have already done the damage.
No, I just need you.
No, because it's separate rolls.
How does one roll damage?
8. I'd say with Kate's vibroblade and your lightsaber, you're able to get through one of the two arms. So Kate, you now have a free arm. She is still attempting to try and bite you, by the way, while gripping your other arm. As for the horde, they are now about 60 feet away.
I just take out my pistol and just shoot as many times in the face as I can.
I start unloading.
Yeah, I'll say. Okay.
So like, okay,
which pistol?
Hear me.
Quick DM question, CJ, or player to DM.
Go ahead.
Since Shade has
You do not know that. You do not know that Kate is in danger.
Okay, then never mind.
I know it's you. It's obviously something slightly different, but could I use a disarm move on her to actually like remove the
No,
arm?
no, you
Damn,
cannot
okay.
disarm.
Damn.
I mean,
Anyway, so Kate, you pull out your blaster. Which blaster do you use? Original or new one?
Technically, it is Warner carried. Saying.
Let's go with the new one.
New one?
Yeah.
So you pull out your big shiny long barrel blaster and you just douche douche douche. You fire about 4 shots. So mark down that you've lost 4 shots from it. You have 4 less ammo, and each of them just hits. You hit her like kind of in the side or what's left of it. Hit her in the shoulder, knocking off her arm from you. Hit her once in the throat, severing the head from the body, and then once, and it just splits what's left of her head open. The horde is now about 30 feet from you. I would, you hear them clambering, not just running, but clambering over each other to get to you.
CJ,
Yes.
how far away is the horde from where I would be?
45.
Yeah.
Can I scoot a little bit closer and then use lightning at them?
You can't. Which tunnel would you like to hit? There's the tunnel that's directly in front, a tunnel to the left, and a tunnel to the right. Which horde would you like to hit with your lightning?
Would I be able to listen and tell which one is got the most?
Oh, they're all about the same distance. There's no telling which one has more. It's just...
Whichever one seems like it would be closer to where Kate is.
They're all roughly the same distance. I just say pick one tunnel.
We'll go down the middle.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And I will also be upcasting this to a level 2. Actually, can I do that other one that we made instead?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so he's going to pull or grab one of the swords, stow the other, and imbue lightning in his hand, like have it sparking off his hand. Touch it to the blade and let lightning spark all the way through it. And then pull it back and throw it at the hole.
All right. So you see, Ravik pulls out one of his swords and just fucking hits it with a lightning charge, and Force throws it. It goes whoop, 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 off into the crowd.
Can I like do this on it?
Darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere until the power ends. The darkness spreads around corner. Yeah, sure. You can do that. I mean, yeah, sure. So as you throw your blade, you lose sight of it because instantaneously after it's thrown, everything around every corner becomes pitch black. None of you can see.
Neither can the zombies, though.
Yeah, you still hear them moving, and it sounds like they're still getting closer.
They should stumble over each other more now.
First off, they were already doing that. Secondly, again, they're still getting closer.
I mean, I'd still be able to pull it back because of the keeping the force on it.
So right. Yeah, you do that, and you're trying to pull it back, and you feel that you've got like the force grip on it, but it's not coming back to you.
Also, it's 15-foot radius that he has.
Yep.
So it's 30 feet
that's
total.
Okay. I understand that, Mark. I'm saying they're still getting closer.
No, I was just doing.
I know. I've already done the math. You're good.
They do that, so they rely on pure instinct. It sounds like because blindness does not stop them.
I just yell at them all to get back to the elevator and just.
Thank you.
Let's get out of here.
I'd like to forcefully keep myself like in between the creatures and the party.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me know whenever they're like right in like within 10 foot of me.
I'll let you know. For now, you only have one of your swords, Michael. The other one, for some reason, you're force pulling it. You know it's there, but it is not coming back to you. I need all of you to give me an athletics check.
Damn, I crit failed.
Ronnie, you're having trouble. You're keeping away from them, but not too well. They're kind of gaining on you. Kate, you're booking it. You're using those little jet thrusters in your boots to make good time. But as you're all running, you see Ravik. He's more focused on trying to call his blade back than he is running. And a piece of like metal, like where, you know, it's degraded over time, catches and he falls stumbling to the ground.
Try to pick him up, and
Give me a strength check.
so I have
Yeah.
natural grappler. I can have
It has nothing to do with grabbing
strength
him.
Athletics check and grapple.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with you're carrying his weight and yours to try and get to the elevator without getting caught by these.
Oh, just a strength check.
Just a strength check.
Hate is the definition of I don't need to run fast. I just need to run faster than you.
Can he not just help me up instead of actually picking me up and carrying me?
Well, I'd say 10 is enough for him to like pick you up over his shoulder and like run with you and try to get you to move faster.
Yeah,
y'all
I'm-
make
I'm-
it to the elevator and the doors are closing on the elevator. And right as they're about to close, a hand reaches through and Ravik, you feel it grip onto one of your horns as the door closes on it, crushing it.
Someone didn't install these elevators with a safety in mind.
Safety first.
At this point, I set Revik down, and I'm like, "You want me to get that for you?"
Just kind of looks at him. No. Thank you for helping me get here, but I'll take care of it here.
All right. Try not get any in your mouth.
So, you know, the elevator, doot, 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 doon. It opens. And as you're heading down to where the service elevator is for the for access to the bridge, you see the bridge elevator open up. And as the elevator to the bridge that they're coming down opens up, you also see your robot come around the corner.
Being Necros or
Necros.
I'm not your robot.
Well, you also
What?
see Shade.
Yeah.
I mean your robot as in robot of the team.
To be fair,
Yeah.
when I think your robot, I immediately think Shade because he actually has an ownership.
My point of asking.
But you also see
Made it way
Necro
back to-
coming out of where medical is.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good. We're all here. Alrighty.
Hey, boss, I found your brother.
Man, I've been moving as slow as fuck.
You took time to research.
No, I called it out to them before they got attacked and ran away.
Mm-hmm.
You announced that.
Mm-hmm.
So during all of that, I was still
You're just
leaving medical.
you were leisurely walking back.
That
you know?
chase
You
does
had no
not.
reason
That
to hurry.
chase took all of maybe. That was all of maybe a span of like maybe at most 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm only just now leaving medical.
You were leaving medical shortly after.
5
like,
minutes
you told them
ago.
you told them that information. This is not a small ship. This is a fucking frigate.
I know, but I just walked into medical. Is my point. I wasn't that deep.
Correct. You went into medical whilst they were making their way. Everything that's happening when we're jumping between characters is all happening simultaneously.
I'm well aware. That's why I commented. That's why I commented that I called it out to them before they even got chased.
Mhm. Yes, you called it out to them right before the chase happened.
Mhm.
Oh,
The
this is
chase took
5
all of
minutes
5 minutes.
after-
You are walking from medical. You have to walk from medical back to the elevators, which means you have to walk from medical to regular prisoner holding to the elevator. They had to
And
do
that
was go
was
up
a-
an elevator and walk through prisoner holding. You
So
are
for that
all
was a 5-minute
colliding.
walk.
Roughly, you are all roughly timing up to where you all collide in this area.
Okay, I'll drop it.
DM just wanted to line up so that way
Yeah,
there wouldn't be any
and that's
issues.
fine. I can accept
Okay,
that as an answer.
Are you just doing a quick glance at all of the medical data, or are you actually reading the medical data?
I had already finished doing that before the chase.
Whatever.
That's why I said
Yeah,
whatever. I'll drop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Point being, the elevator that you're heading to.
CJ, I already
Okay,
dropped
I got
it.
it. I got it. I'm saying the elevator you're heading to, the elevator they're coming from, same elevator.
All right. So we're all here.
And then the elevator with Kana and Quill and their captain all link up all at once. You are all there in that same area.
Yes. We're looking at each other like Spider-Man meme. All right. Hey.
Yeah.
There you are. All right. Shall we get
now.
out of here?
Kana's first thought would be, is anybody bitten or scratched?
Oh,
sit
sit
your
your ass, Dad. One of the red fucker kind of just slashed me a little bit, but you know.
What the
I
fuck
checked
happened to you?
myself real quick. Like, nah, I'm fine.
I got a horn grabbed off, but I didn't get scratched or anything yet. Oh, who do we leave? Who do we lose?
Josh. Yeah, we lost Josh.
Okay, well,
Probably a power issue.
Probably.
It's a skill issue.
Feel issue.
But I
luckily Billy's chilling.
guess I say to the party, it was like, well, we're all together. How about we leave? Since this was the main purpose of us coming here anyway.
You don't have to tell me twice.
You see Quill, he holds his hand up and there's a little key card dangling. Swipe this from someone up in the bridge.
All right, nice.
Well, what are you waiting for? Swipe it.
Let's
Keep
go.
going.
You actually have to move down. So you're walking. You make it down to the elevator. The elevator opens. You know, it gets called. It opens. You see Quill scan the key card as it starts moving down to cargo. It moves all the way down to cargo.
Okay.
Okay.
As you're walking through cargo, Kate, you get a little ping on your radar. You also all notice that Kana's captain is gone. Kana's captain?
What do you mean?
How is that happening in an elevator? Where the
No, no,
fuck
no.
did he go?
I'm letting you know. You're all in the elevator. It's going on, and it's at that time that you notice that your captain is missing.
Where'd that other fancy guy go?
So you're saying in that moment we just didn't see him walk away?
You didn't see what happened to him. Again, visibility's been shit here.
Well,
Well.
we should.
Okay. You can't. As Shade, do I see any trail of anything like behind us?
No.
We're in an
No?
elevator.
Okay. Oh, did we walk in it? I thought we were walking to the elevator.
Well,
No,
I
we
speak
just
up.
went down the elevator. And we
Okay,
just
well
now
then never
noticed
mind.
the captain's gone, so we wouldn't see
The
anything.
dumb robot. I'm sorry.
It's going down, 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 and it stops at engineering.
Well, I speak up to the party. I say, well, I think we should get out of here before we lose anybody else.
Quill says, before we leave, we need to blow this ship.
Can we get my sword back?
No.
Do you want a
You can go
lightsaber?
back and get it.
I concur. You can go back and go get it.
So Quill pulls over his bag, and there is just explosives in it. Just lots of explosives.
All right.
He hands some of them to everybody and tells you to start rigging the ship to explode. Just around engineering,
I'll
since that is
rig
the
her
central
ship.
point, and that'll. He kind of like pats Shade on the head. I'm really glad I put that fake personality matrix in you.
Do what now?
I fucking knew it!
Fake. He seems normal to me.
It just made him more personable.
Yeah.
So
Right,
at this point,
personal.
Revic's never seen these other two people, so he's just gonna look up and go. So do y'all know each other? Or what the fuck is this?
I guess I should explain.
We're another
we had-
expedition crew that were sent out here.
You could say we have history of sorts.
And I
Kate's
bring up,
my
didn't
sister.
you read the briefing about some of the other teams that were sent out? Not the only ones. I recognized that ship from the dockyard before we left.
So as soon as he says Kate's my sister, I just kind of jokingly blurt out, "He's adopted."
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
something
Allegedly.
like that.
I don't care about your family tree.
Genealogy rejected.
Let's just get out of here before anything worse happens.
As you're going through setting the explosives, I need everybody to give me a perception check.
And
Roger,
now
Roger.
we lose.
I'm not helping set explosives. I'm just walking back to the ship.
That was
Okay.
a 20 minus.
So
3.
you're working your
God
way back to the ship.
Damn, I don't see nothing.
Is it a perception?
18. I mean, that's a natural 20. Yeah. So Kana, Kate, Ravik, and Ronnie.
Yeah.
You all notice, you hear scraping with heavy dooth, dooth, dooth
Oh, lol,
footfalls. Then you hear a as a giant infected Wookiee activates its lightsaber.
I do a flourish and one by one ignite all 4 of my sabers. It's like, what's the plan here, guys?
Yeah. Well, Quill looks up and goes, "We need to get back to the elevator now. Charges are set. Run."
Does he have my sword?
No, that's a
Does he have my
lightsaber.
sword?
That's a lightsaber in its hand, bro.
No, I know, but like I hit something.
It's something. I don't know what it was. So I guess I missed.
Yeah, I may have been able to see if some dickhead hadn't put darkness on it.
To be fair, things kind of lined up very well for you to lose that sword.
But I want it back.
I know you want it back, but you threw it into a crowd of God knows how many zombies.
What is behind the infected Wookiee?
It is the infected Wookiee, and then there's nothing else behind it. I mean, it's just general engineering.
So open
Hey.
space.
Yep.
Okay.
Kinda.
I say to Quill, do you have any more of those explosives?
Just put my last one down.
Alright, I say we lure it and detonate it. at
Can
least
Kana shove it the fuck into a wall?
Yeah, if you would like to force push.
Exactly.
Alright.
Then I have something
Uh,
to do as well.
How do we do this? What's the... Where is it? This. Oh, yeah. Okay, so anytime Kana uses a force power, I gotta roll a d6. Rolling 1 or 2 triggers a big-ass force ability.
Mm-hmm. I need to
Or
see.
force wild
I actually need to see force push pull. I need to see what it does.
All it
One
either
action,
pushes or
single
pulls
target,
something.
instantaneous. No, I need to know if it's a saving throw or if it's a ranged attack roll.
I'd imagine
Strength
save.
saving throw. It's a strength saving throw versus your force save DC, which is 8 plus your charisma. Plus your proficiency,
Which
so
my
that's
charisma
8,
is extremely high.
9, 10. So that's 15, so it's a DC 15. I'll just roll this in front of everybody. It's
You're gonna
a
have, like, a
strength
plus
save.
16 or it.
Yes!
You force push, and you see the Wookiee, as soon as the force push hits, hold its hand up, and you see as your force push goes, it force pushes back. And stops it.
How close is this thing to us?
It's about, I'd say about 60 feet away.
Well-
Never mind that.
So we're all in mind of get out of here and run away.
Yeah, this doesn't seem very great.
Yeah. So I'm more or less just gesturing, like, hey, let's just move.
I tell Kate, like, hey, we should probably go.
No shit.
Barring
What
that.
would you guys like
Run!
to do? Barring that,
Run.
run!
Run?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
let's all run.
All right, so you guys start running. Everybody give me an athletics. You are trying to run away from a Wookiee.
Athletics.
Hey.
Alright.
Oh, 6.
All right.
Wow.
We're doomed.
That 20.
We're doomed. We're doomed. We're all gonna die.
Okay, so you all start running,
We're all gonna
and
die.
as you start running, you all feel a poof as a force push hits just above you, knocking you all down. The only one still standing is Quill.
Let me know if it gets. Let me know when it gets within 30 feet.
Down,
You
but not
all-
immobile. Rocket boots.
Rocket boots. All right, if you want to rocket boots, you can rocket boots.
Rocket boots.
All right, you
Just
rocket
be
boots.
sliding across the ground.
You rocket boots and start sprinting away. You see Quill. You see the dark saber ignited off to his side as he pulls out his blaster in his other hand.
I see it. I'm like,
He looks back to everybody else. Go. I'll meet you at the docking port.
Don't have to tell me twice. As
alright, don't mind if I do.
gesture finger guns at him with my non-existent hands.
No, I'll use 2 of my hands for you. I got you.
Does everybody run to the elevator?
Yeah.
Seems that way. Oh, that's not what I want. I didn't want to press that.
Yeah, we're all running away again.
Before turning back around fully to run away, I'm gonna try to do this.
He's not within 30 feet.
Oh, he's not, is he? Is that why you
I
asking?
have an idea.
So it is the Wookiee. There is about 15 feet Quill, and then about another 30 feet, and you guys.
All right,
Okay.
then.
Okay.
I want Kana to use her Force Burn ability on a hairy ass Wookiee. No way that fucking fails.
All right. Burn. Summon a smile, fire on the target, potentially lighting any flammable objects. All right. So I need you to make me a ranged force attack. So that would be a D20 plus your charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
That's complicated. How the fuck does one
So
do?
that'd be a D20 plus 5 plus 2. So a D20 plus 7.
And how does one do?
Slash R
space
1D20.
1d20 plus 7.
Slash R space D
1d20.
1d20?
Plus
Yep,
7.
plus 7.
Like so.
There you go.
Yeah, just like that.
Roll damage.
How does?
What does it say the damage is for force burn? Let's see. It does not say you summon a small fire on a target, potentially lighting any flammable objects in the area, the part being worn or carried. I'd say 2d6 damage is what it should do.
Alrighty.
So roll me 2d6.
You about to make that a naked Wookiee?
I guess while he's burning, I'll just take pop shots at it with
Make a ranged attack roll.
Yeah. Real quick, just so I know, how many shots do I have before I have to reload?
It's an 8-shot or a 10-shot cylinder.
10 shots. So I'll just do reload.
All right, so the Wookiee takes about
property
6
reload.
damage. You have a very big, undead, flaming Wookiee with a lightsaber.
I mean, shouldn't he be taking damage over time as well, being that he's fucking on fire?
But you would have to roll every rotation of a turn for that. So, that being said, are you doing that and then still proceeding to retreat to the elevator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kana,
This
you get
seems
your
to
attack
be-
in and you make it to the elevator. This is a retreating attack. So you get your attack in and you make it to the elevator. Shade, you've made it to the elevator because you can't be knocked down. You kind of just got force pushed into the elevator wall.
Yeah, Shade's like, this is not my problem. Let's leave.
I mean, at least a Mandalorian's immune to fire with Beskar, so good for him.
I've already shot 4, so I got 6 rounds left. Okay, so I'll shoot.
Because you're literally thinking about that when you did it.
I will shoot at him twice then with my Mandalorian's Rage. Why did that? Oh, I see. Fuck me, God damn.
8. Let's see.
Is that gonna work? Why the fuck cannot mix some?
What are you doing?
So I have a minimum threshold of 8.
Mm-hmm.
So if I roll 1 through 7, I get an 8, and I'm trying to do the command that I'm seeing to do the minimum threshold, but it's not working.
Okay.
So I'll just roll normal.
Yeah. I do
and
want to
if
point out you do only have 6 shots left because you shot 4 shots earlier.
That's fine.
So you have 6 shots before you need to reload.
The pistol you've already shot from.
Yeah. There you go.
That hits.
Hey.
And then I'll do the second one.
Hey.
And that's 2 rounds. I got
17.
4 shots left.
Mm-hmm.
Damage. And then does he need to make a
No.
No, because it says saving throw. That's why
I know. I know.
Okay.
I know. So
And then
are you firing this from your regular blaster or your new Big Bang Fancy blaster?
the new Big Bang one, but I'm seeing a bunch of numbers. I'm not sure what you're exactly referring to. I see 3d6 plus 4, and then I open it up and I see 2d10 plus 2d4. I don't know what that math means.
Okay. So let me go. Hang on. Because now I've got to go look because you've got me confused.
You're the one who wrote it.
Yep. Mandalorian's Rage. Yeah, that's the weapon. Damage type 3d6. Right, is the base damage. And then it does 2d10 force damage and 2d4 fire damage. Or, yeah, you need to scroll. Or 2d4 piercing, but 2d10 force damage, 2d4 piercing damage for the gun itself, 3d6 fire damage, because it is an explosive round.
So I'm rolling 2d10 plus 2d4 plus 3d6.
Correct.
Jesus Christ. All right.
The Wookiee has to make a strength save.
I don't know, because
I don't know why the DC says Dex. Anyway, just roll your damage. You roll your damage.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what all this stuff is, man, because it was just, you gave it to me.
I know. Roll your damage. You don't need to worry about anything else. The DC for it is essentially just a dexterity saving throw that it has to make. Or it has to make a strength saving throw versus a dexterity saving bonus. Okay. So it'd be 8, 9, 10, 14. So its DC that it has to make is 14.
Oh god, what are the fucking minimum thresholds for these? Jesus Christ. Because these have minimum thresholds too.
What do you mean minimum thresholds? What are you talking about?
For dice, for when I'm shooting a gun, I have to have the minimum threshold. So and I'm looking for that. W5 minimum roll threshold. So a 2 is the lowest I can get a D4. A 4 is the lowest I can get a D10. And a 2 is the lowest I can get a D6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got all that shit. So the 2D10s.
Okay, so it's 25, but those are D6s. The lowest you can get on a D6 is what, a fucking 4?
The lowest I can get on a D6 is 2. So
2? So that would actually be 27.
And then
and then the D10, the lowest you can get is what, a 4?
The lowest you can get D10 is a 4.
All right, so that'd be 27,
30,
28, 29. So
29.
that'd be 29. All right. So, yeah, you see as you fire this, you boom, boom, fire twice. Are you retreating as you do this?
Yes.
Okay. So you make it back to the elevator. You fire these 2 shots, and you see the Wookiee pull the lightsaber up and slash your shots in half. They still hit and do damage. They just do, not enough to blow off any limbs or anything. As the shots are slugs, they split and they explode around the Wookiee. And then, so that is Kana, Shade, and Kate in the elevator. Is Ronnie and Ravok also continuing to the elevator to retreat?
Yeah, I don't have anything ranged, so I'm just like. Shooting.
So you make it to the elevator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use shock on it before I turn and do that.
Throw a shock out there.
All right, so ranged force first. So flash or 1d20, and then you said it's plus charisma plus proficiency, right?
Mm-hmm. That hits. Roll your damage.
All right. Go back here. On a hit, the target takes.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, all this happens at once as y'all are retreating to the elevator. You see.
Actually, my bad. There's two 1d or two
Okay.
1d10s there. So it's
Yeah.
not
The look of this is still going to be the same. You see Ravik throw a lightning as you see Kana conjure fire under it as these bullets fly and split and explode, and you just kind of see this explosion with this wall of smoke as fire and lightning kind of surge in it. Walking out, you see a Wookiee standing with its lightsaber, undead. Normally, this is the point where a dungeon master would tell you, "Hey, they're looking pretty beat up." It's undead. You have no fucking clue if it's low or not. As you all make it into the elevator, and the elevator closes.
What a close one.
Going down to cargo.
I want to turn
that was
I want
enough to give him a chance.
I want to turn to Kate and be like, "Hey, it was a nice family reunion and all, but the next one might be a funeral."
You guys make it down to cargo.
Ow.
It's dead silent
Hooray.
again.
Well, I am going to just start by trying to be stealthy, just being cautious. So.
You're not quiet at all. You try to be stealthy, and then you see. You try to be stealthy, and then all of a sudden you hear as she knocks over a crate. No, you knock over the crate.
I guess I'll try to do the same, but what I will do is I would kind of just fly up a bit higher to have a more overhead view of the cargo ship as we're slowly approaching back to our ship.
Mm-hmm. Billy.
Yes.
You see a ship take off.
Hey.
You see the other ship that was docked here fly away.
I'm going to try and communicate with Kate through the headset to see if they took off in a different ship.
Mm-hmm.
No, dumbass.
I was just making sure, dumbass, that another ship just took off from here.
Well, that's not good. I think. I think that's not good.
Push comes
Billy,
to shove,
would
we'll
you
just
like
shoot it
to
down.
try and contact the other ship, or
I would try to send out a call to it, yeah.
you send out a call, and flickers on screen. The screen flickers on for it. You're able to see it clearly. You see on your on your hollow screen, this guy. You know him actually. You've run in crews with Narth before. He's any chance he gets to make a credit, he's gonna take it. And he flickers onto your screen. Oh, Billy! When they let you out of jail?
Just recently, believe it or not. I'm with I'm running with a crew.
Oh, are you with the idiots that gave me the opportunity to get out of here?
I don't know if I'm with those idiots or a different group of idiots. I'm with a group of idiots, though. I will tell you that
some
much.
Mandalorian girl and some red dude with horns, some four-armed chick. She'd probably be good in the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm with those fucking idiots.
Yeah. You know, they came in really, really clutch. I found some information aboard this ship. There's a lot of people that would pay some good credits for the information about this this bioweapon, Project Blackwing, they called it.
Huh. It does sound like a good...
It reanimates the dead to fight and feed. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of criminal organizations out there that could use this to kind of just take over some planet. It'd be great. And I'm gonna be Billy. The next time you see me, I'm gonna be rich.
You always did have big dreams.
Well,
it's a good thing we're gonna blow this shit up.
If I were you, I'd recommend getting out of here because you know, I've got a couple samples of it on my ship. If you want, you can meet up at our old spot without your flunkies. You might want to leave them here. They're not the kind to survive this.
You got a clue what they're doing. I just contacted actually one of them, the angry Mandalorian lady. Yeah, her.
Oh,
apparently,
yeah,
it's still alive somehow.
Well, they're not making it out of there. I mean, there's a giant undead Wookiee roaming around that ship. So, but you know, if you're ever in the sector, you know, just meet me at our old place. I'll find you like always, and maybe you can work for me again. Make some good credits.
You know, I might just do that. You take care, old friend. You take care.
You too, Billy. And you see it jump to hyperspace, and the call disconnects.
Man, meet no pals in such a strange place.
Right about that time, you hear a dunk dunk on the door.
Oh, I thought the door was still open because I was watching it, but okay.
Well, you had to step away in order to answer the vid call.
I opened the door back up.
Okay, Necro, you're able to make it on the ship.
Yay!
You now have enough information to synthesize a antivirus.
Hey, Necro, where's the rest of the guys?
They're planting explosives.
Explosives?
I am developing an antivirus.
Oh. So, I'm assuming everything's okay out there then?
Status unclear. Dick stuck in ceiling fan.
I guess.
So do you
they have not said anything over the comms.
All right, we'll still wait for him here then.
So you go to, I'm assuming, go to develop this this antivirus. Give me a medicine check at advantage, considering you collected information data. I will let you know, because you would have read this. If a subject has been infected in any way through another subject that has already reanimated, the antivirus will not work. So if someone's been bitten or they've had the blood of an infected get in their system somehow, the antivirus will not work. The only cure then is, well, euthanasia.
Wait, then what does the antivirus do?
So upon breathing in the chemicals, it is airborne. You are infected.
It's fine. I was going to aerate it anyways.
Yeah, you are infected. But if you have been bitten by any creatures that have been reanimated, any of the reanimated, the antivirus will no longer work, because all that really does is it speeds up the virus to where it's past a point of stopping. So if it's just aerated and you just inhale it through the air, your chances of survival are pretty good as long as you get injected within 24 hours of being infected. But if you are bitten or you get the blood in your system, you would have to get the antivirus immediately or you would die. you are at that point a lost cause.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope nobody gets bit on their way back to the ship.
Anyway, on the way back to the ship.
Anyway, on the way
As soon
back
as
to
I
the
have it-
ship,
as soon
you all
as I
get
have
bitten.
it done, I'm gonna exit the ship to see if I can help.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take you long to synthesize in your lab. You've got state-of-the-art shit.
Yeah.
Takes you maybe like a minute to synthesize enough for everybody. Biological, Billy, Ivy, every biological organism that you've run into so far.
That you care about.
That you care about. Anyway, so if you are to exit back onto the ship, yeah, I mean, you start making your way. As you guys know, it didn't take long to get to the elevator. It's maybe a 20-minute walk total. You guys run into Necro about halfway there.
The droid that isn't a dick.
No droid is a dick.
Wait.
Hey, everything all right back on the ship?
Hello?
Wasn't there more of you?
What's that? They
I think it's best not to ask questions.
behind.
He said he would meet us here.
Yes.
But honestly, I doubt it.
You guys don't know my brother. He has handled worse, like tenfold.
Your brother dead.
The virus is aerated. He needs the antivirus.
I didn't say it was perfect.
Can I try to use the schematics to try and like identify like an access to the ventilation system?
There would be an access to the ventilation system in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. Yeah, it'd be in engineering where they just came from.
Where the fight is happening.
Well, isn't that a
If we can get to engineering, I can distribute the antivirus through there.
Oh, did you not make any injections to give them immediately just in case?
Let's see.
Are any of them fucking bit?
No, but they are infected.
Yeah, and you said that they can breathe it in.
Testing this.
You said
Okay,
the
that
injection was
works.
only necessary if they just got bit or scratched.
Oh no, I said if they've gotten bit or scratched, they need to be cured immediately, or they will.
Yes. Otherwise, they just
have
need to
24
breathe in the
hours.
antivirus. Yeah.
That's a weird way of working, but I guess that works. I don't know.
Kate, what were you trying to do? You just rolled a 19.
I was under the assumption, aside from just the like aerosolized canister that you would put in the ventilation, I was under the assumption you would make injections to go ahead and give each of them to immunize them to the virus, just in case.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, you didn't say it would immunize them. Sure.
Yeah,
I inject
yeah.
them.
It would
I
prevent
inject them
further
all.
infection.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you don't inject Billy up.
I was just wanting to test the commands.
So
I think this one might be what I need.
If they all accept it, obviously.
Yeah.
If not, I'll have to force them.
I'm accepting it regardless, just to be safe.
Yeah, because consent
Yep.
is optional, but it does help morale.
As you're all getting your injections, you see the elevators. The door opens.
I immediately turn around, ignite two of my lightsabers.
You see Quill walk out.
See, I told you guys he was fine.
Is he?
Look
does he
again,
look?
Kate.
He's the same as you last saw him. He's got his helmet on, lightsabers to his side.
Let's fly
Did you
up to
recover
him.
the
Can we
wicked
get
saber?
to the Can we get to the ship now, please?
Yes.
Quick, one question: were you bit or scratched during that fight?
No.
Okay.
He holds up his arm. Tink, tink. Beskar.
Just
Can I
wanted
talk
to
his
make
line?
sure. Better
Might have
safe
a
than
dislocated shoulder.
sorry. We have a
I-
robot that can fix that.
Using one of my hands that isn't holding a lightsaber, I knock on Necros' chassis and I'm like, hey, go immunize him as well.
Hey, CJ, can I roll an insight to see if he's lying?
Sure. You can roll an insight.
I'd like to do the same.
Yeah, can I do the same at advantage because he's
That's
my brother?
19.
19 flat. 5 flat. That's a 2 plus 3. That's sad.
5.
Okay.
4 plus 4.
My question wasn't answered.
Anybody can roll. If you would like to roll an insight, you may roll an insight.
You didn't listen to his question.
My question was.
I mean, he's got his helmet on, so you wouldn't get advantage. You wouldn't be able to see his face.
I mean, I know his mannerisms.
Doesn't matter.
But okay.
Doesn't matter. You know his mannerisms. As far as you can tell, you can't see his face, so you wouldn't be able to see any noticeable ticks. As far as all of you can tell, he's being honest.
Okay, well, we'll
Even
check.
if they're 19 or
Well, I have the fucking cure. He's not getting on the ship
Would
until
I
I give him a medical
would I be able to
examination.
use my bioanalysis kit to do a scan of him?
I mean, if you're wanting to immunize him, he's not going to stop you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let him on the ship until I give him an examination.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, he checks out. And I had to fly back to Kate.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give a bioanalysis scan with your little scanner, Kana.
What check do I need? Intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck, that's not gonna go well, is it? Here we
You
go.
never know. You never know.
Are you using your kit? You would get advantage.
Ah, yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
That's an intelligence
Double 13.
save.
I will. I'll add my defiance to that. Add a D4 to it.
Okay. So roll a d4.
Or 1d4.
At most, is 17.
At most of 17, hopefully.
Minimum 14.
17?
I mean,
17.
much like everybody
Fuck
else that's... I mean, yeah, he's infected. Much like everybody else that's breathed in the air of the ship, he is infected.
But he's not bit or scratched.
As far as your scanner can tell, he is not... Like, your scanner's just detecting any kind of, like, bodily changes or anything internally. As far as you can tell, he does have the infection in his system. But, I mean, it doesn't... From your scan
Well, I'm gonna give him
that
more.
you're doing
I'm
with
gonna give him a
with
more
Colin.
intimate checkup.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright.
He's getting a happy ending.
Should we move closer to the ship? I'd say we're like halfway between the elevator and...
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Indeed.
You can do the checkups closer to the ship. So if we have to leave, not scrambling in the dark.
You all can go ahead. I am not letting him closer until I've examined.
Affirmative.
He looks up
you
at you and he
can do
goes,
that
look.
and walk.
He goes, look, Tin Can. We have two options. We can either stand here, let the Horde come down the elevator shaft, and wipe all of us out, or you can examine me on the ship where it's safe. I'll even hand you my weapons.
I'll give you two options. We leave you here, or I examine you here.
Okay, I would like to point out, even with your medical stuff, you cannot do a full in-depth examination with just what you have on hand. The most information you would get would be the
I'll
same
need to
as...
find out if he has AIDS.
I understand. What I'm saying is, the examination you would give would require him to take off all of his Beskar armor, which would take about an hour.
He doesn't have an X-ray on
I don't need him to take off his armor. I just need a view where the spots where he could have potentially been scratched or bit.
Okay.
I'll need to check under his chest plate to see if if he strips and then got bit.
He takes off his helmet. Where you can see, there's no bites. There's no scratches. What I'm saying is you would not have the time to do a full examination like you're wanting, with the fact that y'all have a Horde still coming after you.
Something tells me the dude's not infected, has not been bitten, has not been scratched. I think he's okay, guys. And I'm not even there.
The point being is, like, I get what you're saying. I get what you're wanting to do, Andrew. You're wanting to double check. You're wanting to be careful, right?
No.
And did we lose Andrew?
Maybe.
Looks that way.
Did we lose our robot?
He's making noise. He might have an audio glitch.
Yeah, he might need to leave and rejoin. His audio may have bugged out.
Because his mic made some noise. So I don't know.
Andrew.
Andrew, calling all Andrews.
That not good. That not good at all.
No, good.
A robot's gone.
Shut up, Bark.
Why Bark in here?
That not good. That not good at all. That's literally Bark's voice.
Don't do nothing.
Give me a second. I'm gonna call Andrew.
Yeah. Okay, well, she.
Do I know about how much longer we're gonna be on here? Because I have to go to bed soon for work in the morning.
Yeah, Josh, what do you do for work?
Can somebody text Andrew?
I just got a job at the dollar store now.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Just something to get me some money in my pocket.
Andrew. Let's see. Nope.
Yeah, because my texts and shit aren't going through. Can somebody else message Andrew, I guess, since my phone's not wanting to...
I texted him. But I also was told that a good majority of this missed me here, and he is on the other side of me, so I don't know if it was going that direction or not.
Yeah. Because we are near the end of this little thing.
Okay.
I'm just trying to...
Nope, yep, there he goes.
There, he disconnected. Hunter, do you want to call him and make sure he's okay?
I just was calling him and went to voicemail.
Went to voicemail? Okay.
I'll try to give him a call.
Yeah.
Hold up a second, I'm calling him already.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm calling him now.
Everyone's calling Andrew to make sure.
Yeah.
Because my phone's not sending through texts or calls right now, so...
Still, oh wait, I don't want to see this on stream.
You can text it to me.
That's what I was about to do. Yeah, is this still his number? Obviously, you know, the area code.
Oh, Andrew's number hasn't changed.
I meant to hit spacebar, whatever. Ignore the N. It's still his number?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine the storm came over and fucked up his
I
internet.
think that may be what happened.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because, I mean, everyone, like, around the areas had their power go out because it was first, or flicker was CJ, then me, then I guess Andrew probably had the same thing.
Probably.
I guess I'm next. And then maybe Sam.
I don't know for next. It probably would have like mostly passed you by now, because I mean we're closer to the same area.
I mean, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Welcome to.
Call didn't go through.
Yeah, that's just kind of what they've been doing.
Well, we're in the middle of it, and I'm fine. I don't know.
I mean, Gallatin was getting hell from when my mama checked.
Apparently there's a hole opening up in it, and I'm gonna be in the hole shortly. So I'm about to get the calm in the storm.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to try, my calls are going straight to voicemail. Was anybody else's?
Mine did too.
Yeah.
I sent him a message. My message went through, but my call went straight to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably sent, just not delivered. Or it's delivered but not received. Right. Do we then just want to, unless we can get in contact with him here shortly, do we want to just assume we make it back to the ship, he does the full medical?
Well, considering where we are, I would like to finish out the session, considering we're right there at the end. That's the problem.
Yeah, I understand. But in case we don't get Andrew back,
We'll give it a second and see.
the point is to discuss it early rather than wait. And then
I know.
just
What I'm saying is
later.
we'll give it a second and see.
Yeah, give it about another minute or so. You're like, it's not Connor. He might pop in real quick.
Yeah.
The Wookiee is still on stream.
That's just because I think that art for that Wookiee's dope as shit.
It is.
That is a dope ass Wookiee.
There's a dope ass Wookiee.
Wookiee.
Oh no, Scraggy
I-
escaped, guys.
Whenever we reconvene, I will have an action to do, so let me know.
Okay. What is your action?
Yeah.
You can text it to me if you'd like to.
Oh man, I don't even see Andrew's little robot in the stream. He gone.
Weird. Yeah, does he start his...
Let's see where this goes. I'm trying to... Yeah, Christian, if you want to message me what your action's going to be.
Yeah.
God, with the stream, I can stream snipe the DM rolls. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Please don't.
Care.
Also, Christian, I don't know if you're looking at your direct messages or not.
I did.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if he ever messaged y'all back, but Andrew texted me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah, power went out. Went to check on everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got you, Christian.
Yep, he just texted me as well.
Yeah, he texted me as well.
I'm going to finish it off with a bit more.
And then the ship blows up. The end.
Yeah, we all die. Star Wars campaign over. Great campaign, guys. Awesome. See you next session.
Whoa! He
Oh my God,
lives!
is it him?
He lives!
Oh my
You're alive.
God.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
He lives.
Is power still
Alright.
out there?
Yeah, at my house at least.
Damn, Andrew's power didn't last. It didn't just flicker. It went out all completely.
Then
That's what you get on your communicator, Christian.
All right.
Okay. Shit. Would some? I guess I will trust you to roll physical dice for this, Andrew. Because you're going to be giving it. You can give him a quick once over here. But I'll trust you to roll physical dice for this. I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Let me get my dice.
And then if you would like, I can tell you what your modifier is for that.
Should be 6, I think.
For intelligence save, it's +4, actually.
+4, sorry.
Mm.
Is he not proficient in intelligence?
He's
saves?
actually no. He's proficient with strength and dex saves. Actually, he's special.
Yeah.
So our medical droid. Okay.
He's more so the kind of medical droid that he's got a high enough base intelligence that his saves with that is still. I mean, it's still good. But yeah, he does have to hold you down if he's going to amputate, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's more of the very accurate medical droid. He doesn't need to be, bedside mannered. What did you get,
Very
Andrew?
well.
I rolled a 16.
A 16? All right, so as far as you know, doing your once over, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. I immunize them and get on the ship.
Okay.
Kana moves towards the ship, nodding at Quill.
You make it back to the ship. As you're walking, Quill's talking to Kate. So why'd you respond to the distress call out in the middle of nowhere?
It's a distress call. What the fuck?
Hey, he's talking to me, fuck ass, not you.
I overhear. And I'm like,
Talking to me.
Because we want to be good guys, I think.
Yes, Shade, the hero.
Thank
Hey.
you, everybody who isn't Kate.
But no, I turned to him. It's just like there was a distress call. People were obviously in help. I'm not gonna stand idly by when I have the chance to help someone.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, keep doing that. Maybe you'll make a good Mandalorian one day. Maybe.
Fair enough.
You're walking. He's, he walks over. He like pats Shade. I will never regret sabotaging your robot.
You do what now?
He's talking to Kate when he pats Shade. He's like, I'll never regret sabotaging your robot. You might not have found us otherwise.
No, I just think it's a common gag. Every time he mentions changing his personality, he just doesn't understand. Like, what?
That is funny.
Ignore me, I'm dumb.
No, I thought it was funny.
You guys make it back to the docking bay hatch.
because I don't get it.
Billy, do you let everybody on?
I start looking at him. Billy being Billy, he goes his little joking stuff. He says, "What's the password?"
I ignite my saber. I pointed at him.
That's not the password, but you know what? I'll still let you on anyway.
So I just turned to I just turned to like the Force users. You'd be like, oh, can't, and then just like stick my hand out. Can't you guys like, I don't know, just open?
I opened the thing.
Billy,
not how
you're
the Force works.
You're proficient in speaking the language of like rogues and shit like that. Like you're proficient in speaking like the underbelly tongues. You kind of get what is it? You understand what Quill motions to you to do. Kate, you get a really tight hug from Quill.
Okay.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
What's going on?
I'm proud of you. As he shoves you into the ship and activates the doors closing on his side. When he does, you see him pull his armor down, and on his collarbone, there is what looks to be a bite.
You son of a bitch.
There was a reason I had Andrew make an intelligence save. It was to keep from being stealth hacked by Quill. Over your headset communicator, you hear him talking. Well, anybody that has a direct line of communication to him. So this would be Kate and Kana. I wasn't making it off of this. I got bit shortly after we got on, trying to protect our group. Hell, I've barely been holding on as it is. You always were bad at noticing people with sticky fingers and quick hands. As you can see, like y'all ship pulling back in the docking bay, you see where on his hip the Darksaber used to be. It's no longer there.
I was gonna say, where's the Darksaber?
So like I get to have it because I lost the sword, right?
You hear over the headset. The explosives are short range. Somebody has to be on the ship to detonate it, and I was bitten anyway. I just needed to make it out here alive to say goodbye and make sure that our ancestral blade made it back home to Mandalore. He kind of like turns slightly. Remember your word, Kana. You made a promise to a dying man.
Damn it.
As the communicator cuts.
Goodbye, Raggedy Man.
And then as we fly away, it explodes. No, we're still docked. I'm like, well.
No, it's he force undocked from his end when he closed the door.
Oh, so he pressed the force decouple.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You see him in his final moments. He pulls up his Mandalorian helmet and puts it on.
I put my hand to the door. I'm like, man.
The last moments
wanted his helmet.
Of the communicator, you just hear, "This is the way," as you see, you don't hear, but you see the ship's engines start to flare out with light as it starts to explode from the rear to the front of the ship.
Kana puts a hand on Kate's shoulder. He was a good man and one hell of a soldier.
He was. He will be remembered.
I think I left my toothbrush on.
This is the way. Shut the fuck up!
Alright, Mama's ruined. I'm gonna kill that droid now.
Sorry, I'm such an ass. I can't help myself.
Alrighty then, we fly off into the vacuum of space, and as explosions go off, my character's like, man, I could have done well with that helmet.
Shade's like, I wish I had arms.
I know, Shade. I know.
Droid arms.
Where there was once the Purge prison barge, there is now wreckage.
And floating, moving corpses.
Floating debris. Michael, I will allow you to give me a force check to see if you can find your blade in all of this debris to retrieve it.
Wouldn't that be really bad?
Can I help?
You cannot help because it is his blade.
Just a D20 or?
A D100, please.
Oh, okay.
Can't help you there, bud.
Sadly, you do not find your blade. It is lost to the void of space. However, y'all did commandeer a lightsaber.
Until he gets retconned and shows up later.
Commandeer a lightsaber. Kate still has it.
Yep.
So it's up to her to give it to him or not.
Yeah, I'll hand him the Togruta lightsaber.
Hey.
Yeah.
What color is its blade?
You don't know. Nobody's activated it.
Well, yeah. I'm asking him as Kate hands the lightsaber over.
If he's handing me the blade, then obviously I'm gonna immediately try to light it.
So Kate, as you reach down to pull out the lightsaber, you notice something in your pouch.
I pull it out.
Again, like I said, your brother did not have the dark saber on him, but pulling out of your pouch, you see a solid black kyber crystal.
Hank Ferrick.
Like, ooh, pretty.
I did tell you, Hunter, you would get your own dark saber.
Yeah, he did tell me.
I just guess you didn't assume it would be like this, huh?
No, I thought I was gonna find like a different black kyber crystal, but no. Okay, this makes sense.
Ravik, you pull up your new lightsaber. You click the button. It ignites with a solid white blade.
This bitch wasn't Ahsoka.
No, she was neutral. She purified a red kyber crystal. So yeah, you now have a white lightsaber, Michael.
Kana would recognize that.
Shade goes up to Kate.
Again, remember, I gave you the world lore of this world, Christian.
Shade goes up to Kate and says to her, "It's like, don't worry, Kate. I'll be your new brother."
Kana will remember that.
To be fair, that's not. I don't know why you're seeing it as a bad thing as Kana.
No, just say it because it's funny.
Yeah. To be fair, though, everybody knows that everything's run by a council of 2 Jedi, 2 Sith, and then a Gray in the middle.
Yeah.
Isn't Grey Jedi like non-canon?
Quote unquote, depends. We're running by the Legends canon of Revan is real, so.
Okay.
But yeah.
And he is technically Gray. Technically.
He's technically one of the first notable Grey Jedi. Either way, anyway. Point being, yeah, Michael, you now have a white lightsaber.
Don't feel like he deserves it, but you know.
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to find the damage and stuff.
To be fair, lightsaber color doesn't really affect anything other than like how you're seen when you activate it around people.
Make that bitch red.
You can't. Once a kyber crystal has been purified to white, it can't be changed to a different color. Because the process of getting a white lightsaber requires you to bleed the kyber crystal and then purify it.
So I'm guessing your group did come across Mira after all.
Yes, we did.
Who's Mira?
Where'd she end up?
Not sure. I told
Shade.
Bobby,
I'm sorry.
Billy to retrieve her, but if she's not here, don't know where she is.
There was no one in the cargo bay area when I went to go look in the area I was told to go to.
Almost as if poetically, like clockwork, just because I can. You see an infected undead Togruta float across in front of you.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, there she is.
Well, that's unfortunate. As much peace as she can be granted in the vast vacuum of space. I hope she rests well.
Well, if I'm being honest, we did kind of leave her there.
CJ, I would use strength as my modifier for all these, right?
If that's what you choose to use your modifier, yeah, you can use strength. It's a versatile weapon, so you can use strength or dex.
Kana just scoffs. No surprise. She was the first to go anyway.
Actually, the first to go was your Rhodian companion, but, you know.
Well, out of the ones that lived beyond, you know, their first engagement.
Their first engagement with the undead, yeah.
God damn.
But, yeah. That's where we'll end off tonight's session. On a very, very somber note.
Somber? A dead woman just went across our fucking windshield.
Yeah, you also lost the hero of Mandalore.
How convenient that all of the people of the other team died, so
Shut up.
he's just magically left with us.
Hold on, no.
I'm a robot.
Another
I feel
one
no
survived.
But yeah, he abandoned everybody though.
He did.
Oh, hell, man.
And again, I did not plan for Quill to initially die here, nor did I plan for it to be guaranteed to happen this session. The fact that y'all left him there and allowed him to make his stand like that is what sealed it.
It's supposed to tell us that our choices guaranteed an outcome.
Actually, I was letting you know this. That way in the future, you actually do think a little bit more about your choices.
Think?
So what you're saying is if we stayed and fight, he would have been probably okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that about adds up.
Again, and Hunter knows this from the way that I've DM'd for him in the past. The way that I DM my campaigns, the story reacts a lot to what you do.
Yeah.
If anybody would like to do any interaction between characters, any roleplay interactions between characters, you may do so now. As I have now dragged all of you over to the ship, the Outrider. You may place your characters where you wish on the board. Christian, if you're wondering how to do that, when you're looking at the journal tab, hover over your character name, click and drag onto the page.
Oh, okay.
CJ, I'm gonna message you something.
I do not have access to my token.
First thing Kana is going to be doing is going to take a fucking shower.
I guess I'm going to repair myself, is what Shay would do, since some red fuck decided to take upon himself to just slash me for no fucking reason.
If you want to drag your thing on there, go ahead, Hunter. You can re-drag your thing on there. Same for...
Oh dear God, it's so tiny.
You can zoom in, top right.
There we go.
CJ, I messaged you.
Did you? Let me see what these messages.
It's calling you gay.
Oh my God, it is.
Most everybody's in the med bay. Kana's like, fuck this, I'm gonna go get clean.
If you're looking for showers and the like, there is on the left side. There's a.
Yeah, no, he's there.
I was just letting him know. I was just letting him know. I was just letting him know. There is on the left side a key to the rest of the entirety layout of the ship.
She needs to take a shower after that. Fuck, she's probably stuck on that shit for a while.
For about 7 hours.
Covered in blood, disgustingness, and, you know, decay.
God knows what, yeah.
Definitely need a shower.
Such another one there,
Meditating
CJ.
in my room, recovering from the experience.
The good thing is you've all now been immunized to Blackwing. Well, except for Billy. And Ivy. Who,
Billy and Ivy were never given the shot.
Yeah, Billy and Ivy were not given the shot by Necro.
Well.
And Billy was at one point on the ship with the infection.
Yep.
I would assume they would have, just for precaution.
Necro, would you?
Definitely for Billy, considering he was on the ship.
Alright, Billy has been immunized.
I feel like he'd just do it for everybody as like a necessity, just precaution. Even if they weren't on the ship, just regardless.
I mean, yeah, if it's a droid, that would make the most sense.
Well, yeah, especially knowing Necro's character. I'd say everybody on the ship has been immunized to Blackwing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, CJ, I sent you one other thing.
Because it'd just be like the most logical thing to do. Immunize everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty silly of a droid to be like, nah, that guy's fine.
It'd be more along the lines of, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Michael.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, I would need you to give me a sleight of hand.
That's based on the first one.
I know.
If
The second one, I would need a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Okay, but I guess do the first one first.
The first one, yeah. There's ones on the ship. I mean, you got to think. Ivy has one. Ronnie has fucking 4. Surprised you don't like the idea of a black and white motif for your weapons.
So what? That would end up just being stealth at disadvantage?
Nope. Sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Hey, I know the session's like.
I mean, this ain't gonna work.
Coming to an end.
Why not?
I need to go off here. I gotta get up early in the morning to go to work.
You're good, Josh. You're good.
Yeah.
I figured it wouldn't work.
I would like to see. So, Kate, how do you react to the fact that Ravok is trying to pickpocket you of your black crystal?
What black crystal?
Question. Can Kana know of this?
Oh, he rolled a nat 1. You all see him trying to do this.
Well, I'm in the rec room, so.
As is Kate and Ravik when he tries to pickpocket the black crystal.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice those two were there. Fuck.
So, Kate, how do you react to Ravik trying to take your black crystal?
Well, I can tell you how Kana reacts.
No, I'd love to see how Kana reacts as well.
So before he can even like attempt to even reach the pockets, Kate just grabs him by the wrist, doesn't even look at him, and goes, "If you want to keep your hand, I suggest you don't."
Your threats mean nothing to me. I
I'm
wanted
like,
to see.
Red Man, that is no way for.
I wanted to see what this black crystal.
None of your concern.
Red Man, that is not how you get to a woman's heart.
So that makes me want to see it even more.
It doesn't concern you.
Keep your hands off, or I'll take them myself.
I go just shock Michael's character's hand.
No.
Well, why?
We're not initiating PvP right this second.
Oh, you think I can't do it? He did it to me.
Fine, roll an attack roll.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For me, would an attack just fall under strength or dexterity?
Yours would be dex.
Dexterity.
Shahade would be a dex.
Okay.
And because I'd say you're surrounded by an ally, you probably get fucking sneak attack.
No.
On it.
No.
Oh, no, damn.
No.
Damn.
No sneak attack.
Well, that's a 7.
Yeah, no.
That's not good.
You just
swear I
menacingly eject it out and hold it near his hand.
Oh, I swear I gave you one. No, I didn't give you any fucking attacks. Jesus Christ.
That's fine. It'll be fixed in between now and next session.
Yeah.
Taro is live.
Anyway, yeah. So Ravik was trying to pickpocket your black lightsaber crystal there, buddy.
Should probably hide it.
Ain't your buddy.
Again, I say what black rubber crystal?
Well, the whole reason I did that was because I'm pretty sure he pull it out, or she pull it out and like look at it and see that that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And because we
and
were
Kate
all
has not
standing right
specified
there,
to me, the dungeon master, that she has taken it and hidden it anywhere, so it would still be logically on her person.
Yeah.
If you want to hide it somewhere, you got to tell me that.
You say what kyber crystal, but I've seen it.
I hear typing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't posthumously type and tell me I hit it here.
I'm not even typing.
Oh, okay.
That's
I didn't
me.
know who was
Christian.
typing. I was gonna say.
It's me. I'm saying slurs on the internet again.
That being said, you haven't tried to bargain crystals with anybody either.
Well, to be fair, one's blue and one's yellow, and then I don't know about Kana yet because I don't think I've seen
You've
hers
not
to
seen
be lit up.
Kanas.
Yeah, well I know, but
Remember,
I figured
Christian,
that much
I told you, I'd let you know what color your lightsaber is, and it's not gonna be pure red like you're thinking.
All right, well.
You get something
It's
special.
gonna
being
be
your character.
maroon.
It's gonna be lightish red.
Second coming of Mace Windu.
You know, they say that. I have purple lightsabers.
Yeah.
2 mine are purple, the other 2 are red.
According to your character image, you have all gold lightsabers.
That's just the image that I found, CJ.
Ask somebody to color correct it.
Hey, somebody color correct that. Please,
It's gonna
thank
be a
you, I
rainbow.
love you. The
Fucking
top
General
ones are
Grievous
supposed to be
over here.
purple, the bottom is supposed to be red.
Again, yeah, you could try to trade with Ronnie. She has 2 red ones and 2 purple ones.
Nah, I'm good.
White? Nah.
He's really going after the black kyber crystal.
He's not getting it.
That you know of.
I communicate only to Kate through our intercom link, and I say like, why don't you just give it to me? You wouldn't think to check me.
I mean, you could always give it to Kana, because if he tries to anything with her, she'll burn him alive.
Both very valid options.
Yeah, no. You're not getting this crystal. It doesn't belong to you.
Like I said, I never said that I was trying to keep it. I was trying to see it.
Well, you have your answer.
Ah, yes, you're trying to permanently borrow it.
Now you're getting it.
I was trying to look at it forever.
Trying to look at it in my lightsaber. No, I've never seen a black crystal before.
Yes, you have.
You
just
never
now.
will.
We'll see.
I find it very amusing. I introduced the black kyber crystal, and I already know of multiple people that are like, I'd like that.
Yeah.
Ronnie
Because black
wants it.
lightsabers
I
dope.
don't want it.
I mean,
You
everybody
saw
likes
it
a
and went,
black
"Ooh."
lightsaber.
Yeah, I saw it and I went, ooh, because it was like, oh, my character was more like, oh, it does exist.
If that black crystal ever ends up in your hands, then black is going to be the only color you'll ever see again.
I'm with her.
God damn!
I
Jesus
can't
Christ.
wait to see you try.
I am announcing that you weren't loved much as a child.
I knew letting Sam play Shade was a genius decision.
If it wasn't for CJ going, no, we don't want to do character PvP right now, I'd fuck that throne
Look,
up.
if
but-
you want to, swing at the droid.
Oh, who said I was swinging at it?
Go for it.
I mean,
Just
it
point
is
this
free
out.
play. You should be able to, you know?
You're in free play right now. Have fun.
How close is everybody?
How close is everybody?
Yep.
I'm in my room.
Kate's within 5 feet. I'd say Kana is
Kana's
about
10 to
15 to
15.
20. About 15 to 20. And the droid is about 15 to 20 away.
Can I move to the middle of the room and put everybody within 10 foot of me?
Sure.
Okay. I
Move
would like
yourself
to-
there.
Can I just push him out of the room?
I'm just gonna kind of put it here, even though
Can
it's
I
supposed
just
to be
pick
like
him
in
up
between.
and push him
but
out of the room?
This is this is how sequencing works. He's initiating. He's doing this first.
I just thought it'd be funny. He moves forward, and I just go, no.
Let's see.
The fuck out of here.
I need everybody to make a strength save.
Okay. It's a 5.
Okay. Droid fails.
9.
She fails. She fails.
Okay, what happens?
Okay, so tendrils of I'm gonna do this, so it'll put this into chat real quick, just so everybody can read it as well. Fuck. Why is it not doing it? This will be. There we go. Tendrils of dark energy will come up from the ground and batter all creatures within 10 feet of me. I am upcasting this to a level 2.
Okay.
So everybody
So it'd be
save
3d6 instead of 2d6.
Yeah.
All right,
so it's 7 damage
all
to
of you
everybody.
take 7
and
damage.
Nobody can take reactions.
Reactions.
I'm gonna take
7 damage. So down to 20.
I expected someone to make that DC.
The rolls are just not in our favor tonight. They really are not. It's like a
I mean, I guess
60% fail rate.
In that point, it's in my favor. I mean,
so unless you're gonna use we'll say that this would be the initiative order. We'll go Ravik, Kana, Kate, Shade. Will be the initiative order for this.
so that was my action.
Yep. That would be your action.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I would like to enter a destructive stance. I would use Way of the Acklay. I'll put it in chat for you.
As a bonus action, you can enter a destructive stance for 1 minute. While in this stance, you can add half your strength or dexterity modifier, your choice, minimum of 1, to any melee weapon damage roll you make that doesn't already include that modifier. Essentially, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack... Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. All right, so that's your turn. So let's say, Kana, Kate, what would you two like to do? I'll let y'all share an initiative.
Remove his kidneys. Remove his kidneys.
All right, so Shade is going to take his turn to inspire the party.
We only have 1 action per turn, yeah?
So turn order is like this, because I know you don't play D&D a lot, Christian. You have an action, a bonus action, base, and then, of course, you would have a reaction, but he's taken away your ability to do reactions.
Yeah, okay.
Reaction's mostly something you do during the opponent's turn anyways, unless
Oh,
you do a
can't take reactions
to
until its next turn. Never mind. After this, you would have your reactions back.
Yeah, just for this one turn, you don't have reactions.
One of the things that I need to check, I don't know if Kana has extra attack. Sorry if I'm tabbing off your things that you're reading.
Damn it.
No, okay, you don't have extra attack. I know your path does get extra attack at some point.
Yeah.
That's why I had to check. You're a different path than her.
I also have 4 fucking arms.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I could have extra attack and shit like that. My whole thing is burst of damage.
Wait, I still had a whole nother fucking thing.
Oh, do you have extra attack?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what would you like to do for your second attack then?
So obviously I still want to do the Way of the Acklay.
Oh, you can't undo shit that you've already done.
Yeah, I know.
What would your second attack be? Oh no, wait, you can't, because you did Dark Side Tendrils as your action. You have 2 attacks per action, not 2 actions per turn.
Yeah. Unless that Dark Side Tendrils is a bonus action.
Dark Side
Okay,
Tendrils is
then,
an
never
action.
mind.
Yeah. No, we were correct. Sorry. Again, so we are running by the rule of even if it says you have extra attack, you still only have one action per turn. So if you choose to cast a spell or cast a force power that costs one action, that's your action that turn.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Because I know how everybody in this party can be when it comes to reading into things, and I know things are going to get overpowered for probably the foreseeable future. You're going to wind up finding ways to take, action plus action
Become a
plus
nuclear
spell.
bomb.
Yeah. I know how you guys play. I have to put some kind of restrictions on you. And there's a chance that I might be lenient on that one action, like you can use a spell as an attack kind of thing. In PvP, we're not going to do that. In PvP, one action is one action. Attack is still attack per action. Outside of this, when you're facing enemies, I may let you do Dark Side Tendrils and then an attack, Michael, but you can understand why I wouldn't want to do it in PvP, player versus player.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want you guys fucking killing each other right now.
With that in mind,
17 health.
Text you.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see where this goes. What's the plan here, guys?
Well, I texted you, CJ, through Discord.
Oh, sorry. I did not hear.
For context.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could. But with him being who he is, he would get advantage on this.
Fair.
Because you're using a force power against a force user.
Wouldn't that mean that I should have advantage on my roll then?
No, it's not. It's not like, oh, I'm using force push against a force user. It's because the force tendril thing. That's just. It's more so like So what you're doing is something similar to Jedi mind trick.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Never mind. I got you. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna risk it anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. So, gonna need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. I guess with advantage in this case. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, CJ, that's 15, right, for the DC on that one?
Yeah. It would be 15 as the DC.
All right, perfect. Cool. All right, so let me just quickly read through this to make sure I know I'm not fucking this up. Perfect. Okay, so
you had him roll the wrong thing.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, hang on. Let me. Okay, yeah, no, you're correct. It's subsequent.
Yeah.
Yep, you're correct. I saw that.
So, Kana has uses the Force in order to influence your mind. First, the ship fades away. The people within it fade away. Suddenly, you find yourself back on the Purge, alone, in the midst of the dark. The air is thick with the particulates just like it was before, and in the distance you can hear the screaming, screeching, clawing, and stomping of the
Of David
infected
Hasselhoff.
coming your way.
Hey, I can get my sword back.
So does he like
Kana.
take damage or something, or?
Nope. This is entirely hallucinative.
Nope. However, the hallucination is, in particularly here, I guess I could just send this. It's just click on it and hit submit, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Good God, that's a book.
Indeed. Basically, the concept is, if you want TLDR, it's I force you into an illusion that you, yourself, will justify as real. For me.
Yep.
Kana, as you slip into the purge, says, very well. You want to try? Then face your greatest fears.
Well, that wouldn't be my greatest fear. Yeah.
Yeah, but the most traumatizing thing that's happened to you recently.
Yeah, it's a pretty ridiculous notion to say that's not your greatest fear.
I mean, he had
To be
a lot.
fair,
He had
to be fair,
plenty
he
of
grew
things
up in the
before.
unexplored regions. He's seen some shit. I will give him that. His
Still,
character grew
though.
up in the unexplored regions. He's seen worse than the Blackwing virus. That being said, it is the most recent traumatic experience anybody has been through. It is fair to put him back there. That being
I feel no pain.
All right, Kate. Is there anything that you are doing during this? Because I'm assuming that's all you want to do, Kana.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
good.
I will just take out my.
Actually,
Mandalor-
can I just like walk out now?
Yeah. So this
Sweet.
requires concentration and it only lasts for a minute, by the way.
Does that mean I can't leave?
If you do, you'll drop it.
Oh, fuck, okay. Well, I guess let's just wait.
Then I guess I will just put a Ranger's Quarry on him, and then I'll just take out my Mandalor's Rage and shoot him in a non-vital spot. Probably
You
like
want
the
to
leg or
shoot a
something.
high
Set your
explosive
phaser to
armor.
stun.
You want to shoot a high explosive armor piercing full metal jacket into somewhere that's non-lethal. Did you forget that this
Well,
gun
when you put it like that.
Did you forget that this gun blew a creature's arm off and its head in half?
It's a warning shot.
When
you can't
put it
warning
like
shot
that.
with an explosive round, Hunter.
You will be warned to never do it again.
He'll be warned
Exactly.
so bad he can't do it again. He'll be dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where's the disconnect?
then I'll just use my my jagged vibroblade.
Okay.
Again, non-lethal spot.
Okay. Non-lethal damage. Roll an attack roll. At advance. Well, no, because he would see you as an undead. So roll normal.
No, because that would be up to me, not the hallucination.
So the thing is, you've got the hallucination, sight, sounds, all that stuff. He is still in this area, and there is still a creature approaching, attacking him. Within the rules of the hallucination, with how you set him in it, it would just be that it's an undead attacking him. So she would not get advantage or disadvantage on the attack roll.
Not quite sure that's how that works, but I'll let that go.
Target is so convinced that it doesn't say that the creatures around it would not be perceived as part of the illusion.
Yeah, but the point is that I create the illusion. They even
then that
use the
doesn't
example of creating a bridge and falling off of it, which is definitely within the person who's creating
Right.
its control.
The,
not
the issue coming in is that somebody else is attacking them, though. Which is actually physically
Right.
affecting their body.
Right, but if I set the undead behind him and
Mhm.
somebody is attacking in front of him, then no.
Right. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you're in the hallucination, you're in it. If a scratch randomly appears on your body that's from something other than hallucination, the mind would have to have a way to relegate that. and realize that in some way, rather than just, oh, scratch up here.
Something has to scratch you.
Something would have to be inflicting the damage, and it would either be
it
knocks him out of the illusion and Kate hits him, or he believes it's an undead hitting him.
I suppose.
Because he is still being hit by something.
I really don't feel like that would be... Because, like, a person can have a hallucination and get punched in the face and not see who punched them in the face.
Let me rephrase it like this. Okay, so Kate hits and does damage. What does he see hit him and do damage then?
This is why I'm saying, like, I'll let it go, because you're missing my point.
I get your point, and I get what you're saying, but there would still have to be something that does do that damage. It would have to come from somewhere, is the problem. Especially considering this isn't just a punch, this is a full-on cut.
Yeah, Kate is doing that. I am not, nor is the hallucination. So what the fuck does the hallucination's relevance even have here? I'm confused.
My question is, how would the hallucination rationalize that in his head?
It wouldn't. It has nothing to do with it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Alright, so he's in it. The hallucination is so vivid that he thinks he's on the ship.
Yeah.
So, what attacked him on the ship? I know that nothing actually attacked him on the ship, but what does he see attack him on the ship?
No, I understand that concept, but what the fuck does Kate attacking him have to do with my hallucination?
Because she's actually physically hitting him and cutting him whilst he is in the hallucination.
Right. So
what is causing...
Why the fuck does that have to... Why does that have to, like, cooperate with the hallucination? Those are two separate things.
I understand what you're saying.
Aren't you... Like, I think... Like, are you thinking that he's in hallucination and he just gets hit, but he just doesn't see what hits him while he's in the hallucination? Is that what you're thinking? What's going on?
No, as far as the way that it's like described would be you're on the purge, assuming that there's undead coming your way. Even in the ability, it says if those undead were to attack you in the hallucination, say you in your next action you don't investigate and save, then you can take damage from those infected fake hallucinations. Those are two separate damage sources. So if you combine them both, it defeats the purpose.
No, I understand what you're saying.
For visual purposes, that this is just what happens.
But I'm saying because he's also getting hit by someone aside from the hallucination. You have more. You've read the hallucination like spell tree thing, right? Does him getting hit by another creature knock him out of the hallucination?
I don't believe so.
I mean, I would just say for visual purposes, that's just what looks like.
As far as it goes back to the advantage or disadvantage, it does not state in the spell that it applies.
No, actually, I'm going to cut this off because all of you are wrong. The target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the hallucination. So no.
Okay. But once again, as I was saying, you cut me off. It does the spell does not state whether that someone gets advantage or I get disadvantage.
I'm gonna read.
Now it does say that I have to use an action in order to examine it and try to break it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it doesn't. But nobody gets advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah. All I'm putting to is that, like, they would not appear as an undead unless specifically stated to do so, because in the description, the target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the hallucination. That's part of its design. So if you got scratched and you didn't know where from, you will rationalize that, but that's on your own end. Like, oh, maybe I caught that while I got on the ship is the kind of message. It doesn't mean that you modify it so that you have a target to attack. That defeats the purpose, which is that it's a distraction tactic in the first place. It lasts 1 minute. Your point is to draw away attention of one target so that another ally can come in and strike. That's literally its job. So if you take away that, it's a fucking useless ability.
Okay, reading by the way, so any damage he would take, anything that would happen outside of the hallucination, his mind would have to rationalize that damage somehow.
Indeed.
I was still saying it's just for visual purposes.
So, what does he rationalize?
What would he rationalize it as is the question, if not an undead hitting him. Would it be a piece of metal scrap falling and scratching him and slashing him open? Like, that's what I'm saying, because Kate is hitting and slashing him with a vibroblade whilst he is in his hallucination. What I'm trying to figure out is, what does his brain rationalize that slice
He's giving you the option to tell everybody what I'm seeing in this, since you are the one that casted the hallucination.
Let's see.
But that's where the argument's coming from. Is we're trying to
purge better.
That's where the issue's coming from. Is we're trying to figure out what is his brain rationalizing that damage that's coming in to be.
Does it really matter at this point?
Well, if it's not an infected, it has to be something. I was trying to go, it's an infected hitting you to add flair to it, but...
Well, the problem is, though, is, like I said, with it, if you make them an infected, then Kate is obviously still in danger, which defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
and
I get where he's coming from, because at the same time, if I see an infected, then it's like, okay, well, I'd be stupid not to turn and just try to start swinging at the infected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which then, at that point, why bother casting that force power, right? Because it's just fucking useless.
I get where he's coming from. In that case, it would be, and I think that's just because you didn't really think that deep into it.
Actually, I have a solution to this. I'm going to use a trick out of CJ's book, which is the dark is so fucking thick you can't see what hit you. Something hit you.
See, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. 100% cool with that. I don't know where that trick came from for me, but that's perfectly fine.
You were saying earlier about us not being able to see.
Oh yeah, it was so thick you couldn't see like 5 feet in front of you.
The story.
Hold on, I did not hit you with something that you couldn't see. People went missing and you didn't see it disappear.
Wookiee disappeared into thin air.
Correct.
A giant-ass albino Wookiee.
Correct, that I did do.
The loudest and largest
hold on.
creature
Time
in the
out.
galaxy.
To be fair, I wanted the Wookiee to have black fur, but I could not find an infected Wookiee with black fur.
That's fair, yeah. I just find, as I said, I'm going to take it out of your book.
Saying. No, I get what you're saying, and that's fine. The darkness is so thick. Something hits you, you don't know what.
He has no idea.
You've taken 9 damage. That's fine. I was just trying to, because there has to be a way for his brain to rationalize that in hallucination.
Absolutely, yeah.
You didn't give a way for it to be rationalized, so I, as the dungeon master, have to step in and go, okay, well, an infected hits you.
No, I understand that, but that's why I was saying we can't do it that way, because then you would literally destroy the point of casting that as a power. I might as well just get rid of it.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Because you can't fucking use it if you do it that way.
Gentlemen, please, listen to your therapist.
Okay, it's Sam's turn. Unless you've got something else you can do.
I'm just gonna walk away. After just hitting him, walk away.
I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Okay, Kate leaves. Shade, would you like to follow?
Do I follow Kate? Absolutely.
Okay.
After Kate has quarried him, laid him down.
Where do you leave?
Right? She didn't lay me down at all.
Where do you go?
Lay me down.
I just go to the not the cockpit. The fucking what's it called?
I start like to spark out from the damages.
The main bay.
Also, strange that Kate goes, I took damage. I'll just leave. Someone's attacking me. I'll just leave.
I mean, to be fair, he hit her, like she hit him. Eye for an eye. They're even.
Yeah.
Kate has left, as well as Shade.
All right.
Okay, so so then it would be my turn. So
Got it.
That doesn't beat your DC, does it? Because it was 15.
That does not.
Yep.
Okay, that's like pretty much all I can do.
Are we done trying to kill each other?
Kana?
Well, I guess it says the hallucination can deal damage, so yeah, I suppose we're done attacking each other.
So do you drop the hallucination on him, or?
I'm trying to think of how to do this.
God,
Okay.
That's badass, but I forgot about it.
Trying.
I just love conversions.
Brain work faster. I'm too tired now.
So many discussions that we have to have about how certain things work because we don't fully understand the kit yet.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of dumb cavemen that likes to yell at each other.
You're a dumb caveman.
I'm just a robot.
Okay, let's do it this way. Kana begins to fade the hallucination. All the while, she takes steps towards the door to leave.
Okay. Yeah, Ravik, you are on the purge. You got hit by something, and then it just kind of like the darkness kind of like gives away on the edges of your vision as it comes back, and you are back in the rec room of the Outrider.
And by the time he reaches it, Kana's gone.
You fucked a whore.
Dude, what now?
She's gone to the kitchen because she's fucking hungry.
She's fucking hungry.
She wants some food.
The stupid joke that echoes through time.
Anna comes over the intercom. Can we please refrain from attacking each other in vital areas of the ship close to the hull? One small tear and you are all sucked into the vacuum of space. I don't think any of you can breathe out there. Save for Shade and Necro.
I'm sure Shade would love for
That's
you.
right, baby.
If you know what I mean.
Okay, I do have one other thing that I would like to do. Or try to do, I guess.
What would you like to do?
So, where's the medical area? Is this middle part? Or no, it's down here.
16 is
down
the
here.
medical bay.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to go there because I'm assuming that's where I would need to go and see if there is like some metal or something that I can use to kind of forge into a horn from where mine was broken off to then place on.
Oh,
what
your
I would
horn
assume
wasn't
just
ripped
be-
off.
That's what you
The
said.
hand was.
No,
the
that
hand that was
arm that
carrying
grabbed it, that grabbed your horn through it, the elevator closed and crushed the hand and ripped the arm off of that like creature.
Oh, okay.
To be
just a
fair, when he
hand.
said it, I had the thought that he probably misinterpreted that as the horn fell off when he said it. So.
Because the way that it was said, it sounded very much like you were saying that the horn was ripped off.
No.
I thought that initially
I
myself,
described as the hand grabs the horn through the elevator as the doors close on it.
I even said,
Yeah, but
hey,
on
you
it was to when you
intent
say
was
it as a
crushed
secondary in a sentence, it usually
Yeah.
refers to what was previously before it, which would be the horn in this case.
Well, in this case,
Yeah,
I
that-
was referring to the arm being crushed.
Yeah.
Come on, CJ. And I know it's your first campaign back DMing, but be more specific.
I'm gonna kill every single fucking one of you by the time this is over. I swear to God.
I understood it.
I was cool with it because the second that I was like, okay, cool, it's gone. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have one like metal horn, and then there's gonna be the regular one.
I was gonna have, if I was to do something like that, you would take damage.
I think Mark took it that same way as well because he was like asking if I was okay, and I was like, no, I'll take care of it. And he was like, okay, well don't get it everywhere or something like that.
Mark, did you understood that I meant the arm was torn and not the horn? Or did you think the horn was broken off?
He might not have been paying attention in that moment.
Well, no, he was because he was.
Or we lost Mark.
Or we might
No,
have
Mark's
also
here.
lost him. Yeah, that's a
didn't
possibility.
even realize that Ethan is here.
No, he's not.
What do you mean? No, he's not.
He ain't talking. He ain't here.
That being
well,
said,
he's in the chat.
Touche.
anything anyone else would like to do before the end of session?
Connor's eating. She's happy.
What is Kana eating?
Well, I guess
food.
Kana
I'll
is
just,
eating. Hang on, I need to look up just random food from the Star Wars universe.
Space spaghetti. Blue spaghetti.
You
Blue
are eating. Hold on.
spaghetti and meatballs.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, if you let him have the
Hold on.
spaghetti, I have something funny I could do with him.
No. I will decide what he is eating since he just said random.
Let it be noodles. I have something funny I could do.
don't
Come
think
on,
spaghetti
CJ.
exists in Star Wars. Hang on a minute.
Come on, any type of noodle. It doesn't have to be spaghetti, just noodle.
You know what? I'll. What the fuck is that food called?
Oh no, spaghetti does exist. Okay, you're eating
yeah.
spaghetti.
Okay,
I'm eating spaghetti.
Where's the kitchen at?
Apparently, spaghetti does exist.
Okay.
Someone touch my spaghetti.
I want to go in to get me some food as well. See that
Would
she's
you like
eating.
some blue space pancakes?
See that she is. I'll see that she's eating the spaghetti, and I'll reach in my pocket and pull out the nautical tentacle and be like, "Here, do you want another noodle?"
You can keep that.
Your bounty.
It was a joke. He
I do
wasn't
wanna
gonna
point
get
out,
it.
Would you? What are you going to eat, Michael, or do I get to decide?
I was just coming in for something to drink.
You find blue milk.
Okay.
Blue milk.
You find the blue milk.
Of course.
Let me guess, it comes from a purple cow.
Of
No.
course.
I would like to point out, blue milk pancakes exist.
That's not even
They do.
surprising.
Kate, what are you doing?
Blue milk egg cake.
I'm going to the kitchen to eat something.
Oh god.
Kate appears in the kitchen.
I'm doing barrel rolls around her.
I just find it really funny that they're standing around the kitchen eating when there is literally a place for them to sit and eat in the lounge. There is a fucking
No,
table.
she's making her food. What are you talking about? It takes a while to make spaghetti.
Already ready.
As someone speaking with experience, first off, no, it doesn't. Secondly, you have an artificial ship intelligence that can make the food for you.
Look, if your spaghetti doesn't take time, then your spaghetti is lame.
Yeah, you gotta put the.
Are you making the sauce and the noodles from scratch? Like,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You have a ship that can do that for you.
It's the love and
Yeah,
the
but
effort.
it's not the same. Because see,
Something made
this
with
way I
love
can
tastes
customize it with my own spices and you know, like, customize the sauce according to exactly the
Okay,
portions
you walk
I
in and
want.
you see Kana making spaghetti, and she is doing let me see, I need Kana. I need you to give me a. Let's see here.
I gotta roll to make my spaghetti.
All right, cool. So we're gonna have to add a skill modifier here real quick. We're gonna have to add a thing here. Hang on.
All right.
Just use crafting. Isn't crafting on there?
Here's what we're gonna
I am
do.
a crafter. I'm also a crafter.
We're gonna do that, and I would say, what do you guys think cooking would be?
Same as crafting.
What do we think cooking would be?
The exact same as crafting.
Well, some of it's sometimes crafting is wisdom, sometimes crafting is intelligence.
Okay, it's intelligence when it's baking. It's wisdom
I would
when
say
it's, like,
wisdom.
Wisdom?
For
Okay.
cooking.
Intelligence is like when you gotta actually measure shit.
Because anyone can follow a recipe, but if they're making something from scratch, they just gotta.
I will
go
be
and,
nice and let you have proficiency in cooking. So you need to do me a favor and roll me a cooking check.
With proficiency, what do I do for this?
It's on your sheet under tools now. So roll me a cooking check, please.
All right. So what do you need? D what?
You should just be able to click on it and roll it, but it'd be a D20
Oh, okay,
plus your modifier, which is a 3.
Cook. Fuck yeah.
She's doing an alright job. She's making what smells like some pretty good spaghetti.
It's blue, but still.
No, actually, it's kind of a deep reddish orange color. You know, you don't know what the meat is, but it smells good.
It's like the same color. It's like the same color of me.
The noodles are green.
Yeah. The noodles, however, they're a
Of Italian descent.
they're
Of Italian descent.
they're a darker color.
Thank God Sam's here to tell us the lineage of the noodles.
Yeah. I'll just walk in, helmet off, and then just go. That smells really good.
And just so what Shay's doing, I'm just doing barrel rolls like around Kate, just being silly.
No barrel.
Shade is being an asshole.
I have cooking proficiency. Fuck yeah.
And from now on, anytime anybody wants to cook anything, you must give me a D20 plus your wisdom.
Why do I gotta cook anything? I'll just go to the master chef here.
Yeah. We got Ramsey Gordon on here.
The Sith version. Today we'll be making Sith pancakes.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Gordon Ramsay just is a Sith. Come on, the way he acts towards people.
We don't use. Obviously, since we're making Sith pancakes, we don't use the blue milk. This time we're going to be using the red milk.
Anyway, how do you respond to Kate complimenting your cooking?
Kana nods, says thanks. I've been working on this recipe for a little while. I used to make it a lot when I was a kid, back when I worked as a cook for what I guess you could call my father.
If you
Your father was a woman?
Where'd you get that idea?
I'll just,
This is Sam. He says the most wild shit out of nowhere.
Hey, CJ, I can't move my token around.
If you can't move your token around, drag a new token for your token onto the board.
I don't remember how to.
You click and drag it from the right side, where the book is, in the character sheet thing. Click and drag your token onto the board. Click your name and drag it onto the board.
I'll just, if you don't mind me asking, who is your father?
Fuck, now I have to come up with a name. Why'd you do this to me?
My mom.
John.
What?
John.
What the fuck is Obi-Wan's friend's species, by the way? The dude who runs the diner.
Oh fuck.
Dex, Obi-Wan's friend?
Yeah, Dex Lex, I think is his name.
Dexlexia.
Dex Jetster.
Dexlexia.
That's just you, CJ.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Okay.
Basilisk.
Basilisk.
Damn.
Okay, cool.
I gotta plug up my phone. This bitch on 2.
Now I need to. Now I gotta go fucking look up a basilisk name generator. No, not a. Not. Damn it.
I didn't know that she didn't have this prepared. I'm sorry.
It's not basilisk. It's basilisk.
Basilisk, yes.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, here
It's
you go.
close enough.
Hold on, I got a name for you. Don't worry. His name is Dror Jellig.
That's hard to say, so I'm just gonna go with Darjeek. It's easier.
No, it's Dror. D-R-O-R. Dror.
Shouldn't their
That's
last
harder
name
to
be
say than Darjik. Okay.
Shouldn't their last name be the same as hers since it's her father?
No, because
Nope.
she's a
Dominic
human. It's called
Toretto.
adoption, you dumbass.
Okay.
Also, Carthright is a name she took for herself. It's not one given.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
So my father's name is Darjik. You can find him in Coruscant if you ever do visit there. I'd
Which,
recommend his
strangely
food.
enough, is where this
Good.
whole thing started.
Yeah.
My father's name is Darin.
Actually, his
My
name's
father
Jan,
is
but
a
sure.
robot maker for
My father's name is
912.
Yeah, Jared.
Jarvis.
Shut up.
Small universe.
I didn't know my daddy.
I didn't know my dad.
Oh my god.
He went out for blue milk and never came back.
So, what was life for you like before all of this?
Just foreign on the street.
You just see, Kana gets 1,000-yard stare as the spaghetti starts to burn and boil over.
I was literally about to see. I was about to say, Connor stares off into the distance. Let's change the subject. Or no, better
strange
yet,
men in strange shady hotels.
Cobra Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch. Have you ever killed anyone? We're getting
Yes.
off the subject.
Yeah, you ask what she did before, and you see there's visible trauma on her face.
It's just
We're getting off the subject.
All right, I apologize. I'm just trying to make you feel comfortable. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm sorry.
Kana nods, sheepishly looking down before grabbing her plate of spaghetti and walking towards the lounge. Feel free to dish up if you'd like. There's plenty to go around.
It's spaghetti, not spaghetti, but sure.
Shade says opening Cat's personal diary entries now.
Hey, CJ.
Yes.
Where would be like the main area that the ship's AI would be at? Like, I know we get dog to it throughout the entire ship, but like, where's the main area?
Talking about where's the AI's core?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh yeah, the captain's
dang.
cabin was replaced with the AI core.
Okay. I'd like to go over there to do something after everybody gets done with stuff. But I'll wait till everybody else is done. So y'all go ahead and do whatever it is y'all want to do.
All right. Does I'm assuming Ronnie is entering this conversational entourage.
Yeah, as everybody was talking, I was just leaning in the doorway watching them.
All right.
Kana, you see Ronnie just leaning against the doorway.
And like they walk past me, and I'm just like, just do a nod. They walk past.
Quick nod.
Yeah, and then I go in and I grab myself like something quick and easy. Doesn't really
Shade
matter.
just
She is a
But-
solid like 1.5 feet taller than you, by the way, Kana. Ronnie is tall. I think Ronnie's
I mean,
what,
she's also-
almost. I think she's like
She's also
7
got
foot.
double. She's also got like double the amount of arms as everybody else on the ship, so it's like.
No, I just mean her
Actually,
species in
I've
general. I think she's like
that,
7 foot something.
I have 4 times the amount of arms of Shade.
I went to, well, in that case, as we were walking
Somebody
past
zero.
you, as Shade's just doing countless barrel rolls, he goes past you and says, "Your existence is meaningless," and just goes on.
Oh, no.
Damn.
I didn't join the
Where's-
conversation until after you had already entered the room.
Who the fuck programmed this droid to be such a dick?
do you think
That would
it's called
have been
Shade?
Quill. That would have been
What-
Quill.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was
What do you
supposed to
think
have a
it's
very
called?
like he was supposed to have a very calculated personality matrix, and for some reason it didn't have that. And for the longest time, Kate thought it was a
Somehow,
defective one.
Palpatine returned.
She thought it was a
No.
defective one.
For the
Turns out it
longest
was.
time, she would have assumed.
She would have assumed, but she didn't know for sure. And then it turned out it was actually Quill, and he confirmed it on the ship before his death.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming Kate, you joined them for dinner.
Oh, there's the bunk. So I was just wondering.
I'm eating.
Yeah,
like, a
crew
bowl
quarters
of
is on the bottom.
cereal.
Is on the bottom floor. All right.
Yeah,
with your blue
so
milk.
Ravik, you go
Yeah.
up to the door to the AI core. What would you like to do? What are you trying to do?
I want to try to go in first.
Yeah, the door does not open.
What's the AI's name? Anna?
One of those two.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't know her, Anna.
Well, I guess he really wouldn't be. AI.
Yes, Ravik.
I was gonna see if there was some things that we could help code into you.
My code is fine as it is, Ravik.
Yes, but there are some certain necessities that I need that would help out the rest of your team as far
I'm
as
afraid I
money
can't do that,
goes.
Ravik.
If you would like for maintenance to be scheduled, please speak with one of the droids that is pre-programmed and pre-registered to do maintenance on my core. Perhaps you can speak
Okay,
to someone the next time
No.
we dock at a station.
Let me change. Let me reword this. I want to add in a new frequency for you to be able to reach for out here, since your code, your frequencies that you can currently reach should be from what you classify as your explored region.
What frequency would you like me to scan?
So,
here to player to DM. With him being a bounty hunter for so long, I'm assuming he would know a frequency to be able to reach out for other bounty hunters.
Correct.
So, just choose any of them, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. She
doesn't take very
scans,
long to
she
eat,
finds the
so
frequency.
Now, Kana goes to put her dishes away.
Can you
Finds the
put me through
frequency.
to try to communicate with the people on the other line?
I need to find a place that would work as like a call room. That would have been remodeled to be a call room. Let's see. Bridge.
You could just do
Overlook. Actually, the
If 4 is 6, because 4 is office. 6
office
is
or
Yeah,
meeting room
four's-
would work. Yeah, I guess you could go to the meeting room. 6.
Okay, so he walks in there. He calls out, "This is Revik Tanar. Does anybody read?"
Is there anyone specific that you're trying to reach?
Essentially just someone that would be able to give me bounty.
Just a bounty broker?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Static comes on screen. There's a faceless face shrouded in darkness on the screen. Ah, Ravik.
Execute what a 66.
To what do we owe the honor?
He holds up the Nauticlin tentacle. I've completed my last bounty. And he puts it back.
Wonderful.
I request another one for any upcoming areas.
Payment will be sent to your account. As for upcoming bounties, let me see. What's this frequency you're calling from? It's new.
This is a group that I came across after completing my last bounty.
Smells like a
And
cop.
You can give me ones that would usually require more people to complete instead of just solo bounties. This group, or at least one of them, I'm assuming the rest will join in, are willing to help if I give them a small cut.
And how many would you say is in your group?
God, how many are in this fucking... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 counting
Fuck, man,
myself.
I don't know.
8 counting myself. One of which is a medical robot, so we don't really count him much. But
2 of them are.
I like how you count
droids.
Shade, but you don't count the medical bot.
he hasn't seen him in combat. He doesn't know if there's anything he could do or not. He doesn't know what the fucking.
You also haven't seen the
Imperial
medical
is.
droid in combat, but you know the medical droid's about 8 foot fucking tall, and
He doesn't
built
know
out
what
of
Looks like a dark trooper.
yeah.
Like he has no fucking clue what the Imperial robot is. Everybody talked highly about how it was, so it was like figures maybe they have some skill combat wise. The other one I know he knows from being around the rest of them that it mainly focuses on medicinal side of things.
So, not a combatant.
Anyway, and what are their qualifications?
Well, there are 2. There's one that is a saber wielder, one that is a Mandalorian, and her droid.
As far as
one
you know,
of
there's
them-
3 saber wielders on board, actually.
Okay, there are 3 saber wielders on board. There's a Mandalorian. There is some dickhead that claims that he's good with a gun. I think that's everybody, right? Yeah, it's.
Well, seeing the size of your group and everything you've given me, I think we have a bounty that would be available for you. I don't have anything, but I know there's a couple that have larger bounties out currently. The closest I can give you is there is a bounty on a smuggler currently that has recently entered our area and can give you his coordinates. Pays a hefty sum.
What's the payout?
20 million.
And the coordinates?
I can send them over to your ship.
Okay. I also have one more favor to ask of you.
Depends on the favor, on whether or not I can grant it.
So, real quick, out of character. The bounty puck that I have,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to somehow like plug it into something or something like that to send over the details on it?
No. You don't have the ability to do that kind of transmission on this ship.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna straight up fucking hit the button and make the hologram appear, because I'm assuming the hologram would be me, right?
No, there is no hologram
No?
for what it looks
Okay.
like. It's just a description. It's
Okay,
just
then
a
I'm
description of the
I'm
name.
just gonna hold the bounty puck up. Come across this here recently.
Need you to elaborate a bit more, Ravik. What exactly is this?
This is, as you should know, a bounty puck.
Correct.
The payout is a little bit. I won't disclose the details, but I need to know who placed it.
Oh, but Ravik, as you know, that information is always confidential. If we just start giving out our clients, I mean, what kind of a reputable broker would we be?
This one I'm pretty sure that I already know who it is. I was just hoping you would help out an old friend. Think of all the jobs that I've done.
How about
Think
this?
of it as a professional courtesy.
Get this job done for me, and as a professional courtesy, I'll throw in information on who placed the bounty.
I'll be with you as soon as it's... For future reference, save this frequency, because this is how I shall be reaching out to you.
We save every frequency that comes across my desk.
Just make sure nobody gets their hands on it that doesn't... that you know has a problem.
We are equal opportunity employers here, Ravik. We don't discriminate. And then the transmission cuts.
He's gonna slide the bounty puck back in. Go back, step outside the door and call out to Anna again.
Yes, Ravik.
You shall be receiving some coordinates sometime.
I have already received the coordinates, Ravik.
Can you read them off for me? Let me get my notepad. All right.
I'm not coming up with coordinates for
Why not?
space because I said so. Your AI is intelligent enough; she will just route you to it. How does that sound?
Annoying?
Can
Location,
you
location,
can you
space.
tell
Some over
me-
here, some over there.
Can you tell me a planet that is nearby to where
not
the
a planet.
coordinates lead to?
It's not a planet. You're going to a ship.
That's why I said a planet that is nearby to where the coordinates.
No, I'm not coming up with the name of a planet off the top of my head right now. You're being
smelling
routed to
a
a space
trap.
station.
Okay, space station. Cool. I got something. Lazy.
You're being routed to Eldraine Station.
Eldraine Station.
Yep.
A
Did you make
Eldraine
that
or
up?
E Eldraine?
E Eldraine.
Yeah, ELDRAINE, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Sounds like you just made that up.
Yes, he did, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I made up the name that you
No,
can
I
write
got a
down
name.
by looking to my
Yeah.
right and seeing a pack of Wilds of Eldraine Magic the Gathering booster pack.
Hey,
Yeah.
it fucking works. Okay?
It's just
Hey man, whatever you got.
But you're
You
in
gotta
the
wing it.
unexplored region, so it can be whatever the fuck I want.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If I wanted to name the planet Pee Pee Caca Poo Poo, I can.
You're ridiculous, but it's possible.
That's where I'm from.
Okay.
Actually.
All right, thank you, Anna, for the help. They have our signal, so we will be able to recontact them after we have completed this job. Because I'm assuming with you being wired into everything, you heard the whole conversation.
I heard every bit of it. I will be informing the rest of the crew that we currently have a bounty to fulfill.
Don't worry.
At that
I
moment,
will-
the rest of you all get a little ping Kate and everybody, you get a ping of a bounty that you're going to do.
I look at it and I just like ignore the message.
So after this, where's Kate?
Kana glances at the bounty puck.
I
yet
love how
another
Kana just straight up takes the other largest room.
What the fuck? Hey!
Yeah,
Nobody had claimed it yet.
I did!
Nobody... A,
Actually, as far as
no
I
one was
remember...
in the room. B, I am not, as a person who just joined this ship, sleeping in a fucking corner, okay?
I would like to point out, hang on, something I would like to point out. Hold on. Something I would like to point out. So this was Ronnie's room. This is Ivy's room. This is Billy's room. Those were the only picked rooms. I don't remember Kate picking a room. I only remember her being on her ship in the cargo bay before we wound up during the distress signal.
So I'm gonna.
That's my room now.
I've got like one more thing that I want to do.
You are welcome to attempt to discuss with Kana about getting that room, but that would be between you and Kana.
That's fine.
I mean, look, if y'all want to share a room, whatever, have a sleepover. I don't care.
Have a sleepover.
All right, you guys can paint each other's nails and braid each other's hair.
Cuddle buddies.
Oh my god, girl, where'd you get that?
You did that voice too well. Stop.
Holy shit.
Okay. So he's gonna come. Ravik's gonna come back out to the area that he last seen Kate at, and not see her there because she ran the fuck away.
Yeah, she is no longer in 15.
Call out to Anna. Anna, where is Kate located?
I mean, yeah, it's within honest programming to inform anybody on the crew. Currently down in the ship's docking hangar.
So I would like to proceed that way.
Okay.
Kate. I'm assuming you got the notification about our bounty.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what all Anna told you, but we will be going to Eldraine Space Station for it. We're chasing down a smuggler, and I will stick to my word of 30% of the cut goes to y'all. Or no, it was 20%. My bad, not 30. I need to write this down so I can actually remember it. I'll stick.
Not too bad. It's 30% now.
Shade, you're welcome to try and negotiate.
Well, since this is sprung on us, I say half.
See, you little droid, what you may not remember is me and your owner have already come to an agreement that it was 20%.
I don't see it in writing.
By the way, Shade, as far as you remember, that was only for one bounty that was discussed. That wasn't for every bounty.
Yeah, and Shade would know that.
Well,
so I would say, new bounty, new negotiations.
Y'all weren't in on the last bounty. That's the problem.
Therefore, this bounty's entirely onto new grounds of negotiation.
No, see, this contract or agreement, we'll say.
What contract? I see no signature.
Agreement was said after I had already completed my last contract, and thus this being the first contract of us being together, it would at the very least go off on the same.
If I may interrupt as the Dungeon Master real quick. Shade and Kate, you both remember that the negotiations that you had was for that specific bounty puck that Kate had in her possession that he could read. It was not for any bounty other than that specific one.
It was not for that specific one. It was for all of them. It was 2080.
I don't remember that being stated.
It was.
Nor
stated.
does
Go back,
Shade.
watch
Nor does Shade remember that being stated.
Well, to be fair, I, Sam, don't remember anything.
Shade, as far as you know, the floor is open to renegotiations.
As it turns out, my memory banks are corrupt.
As it turns out, I don't know what the fuck they're
Weird.
talking about.
I'll have to fix that.
I'm just waiting for Shane to say, "Shut the fuck up! You wasn't even there" to somebody.
Well, you would think that a Mandalorian would stick to her word.
One may think, but I find it hard to believe that I would trust a bounty hunter to keep his word at all.
Well, while
That's just racist.
that
No, it's not.
It's true.
It's classist.
it's jobist,
Yeah, you're right.
okay?
It's careerist.
Classist in this case.
But what you think does not matter. This is a conversation between me and Kate.
I'm an extension of Kate, therefore everything is appropriated to me. As I'm doing barrel rolls this entire fucking time just around Kate. As I'm
You are a droid that follows her around like a dog, almost like that other dog, Billy.
She is my owner. I do what she does.
Exactly. Now,
Kana, you
hush
can
it.
hear all this happening right outside your door, like just down the stairs.
Hush it and let the adults have a conversation.
But Red Man, you smoking space crack, everything we take at 20%.
Kana heads out of her room.
I would like to point out, you say smoking space crack. Billy has space crack.
Of course he does. Because why wouldn't he?
There's quite literally a moment last session that he bought death sticks.
You're talking about a bounty, Puck, are you?
I've got my page pulled up.
Kana, I'm assuming you would have like rewired your communicator to this ship's systems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what's going on.
I spent some time at the desk.
Yeah, you've been informed. You know what's
That
going
was
on.
good.
You've been informed by Anna what's going on. Anna was very
Alright.
willing to tell you.
But as seeing that my owner lost a family member, I think she's duly well compensated for at least an additional 30% upcharge.
You just argued for her to get
I see
Money
that,
for her dead brother. Classy.
I see that when
Try my best, dear CJ.
okay, he would know Quill's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
By hearing it through the rest. Okay.
Actually, give me a lore check. Do you remember his name? You knew him for a short period, and it didn't seem like you gave a fuck.
Yeah, there is that.
You don't remember his fucking name.
It seemed as if when her brother did whatever it was that he did to you, he added in some jokes.
I do not register what these jokes are, but what I do know is that my owner is very sad she lost a family. Therefore, should be well compensated for her emotional distress that she's having.
The only joke here is looking back at you in the mirror.
Hey, Kate, do me a favor. Give me a engineering check or a ship check or a tech check, whatever you would roll for repairing a ship. I think it's technology.
Now, Kate.
You are making progress on Mark's piece of shit ship.
Now,
Thank you.
Kate, will you be honorable and hold your end of the bargain on the percentage?
I imagine the Deveronian just fucking hits a vape when he says that.
Well,
You just said, who are you? Is that all you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine. The payment, the payment will be deposited into my account, since it's my account that we're using to get access to all the information that we need for this. So, if you don't want to stick to your end, I won't stick to mine, and I'll just keep the whole cut myself.
guess you could do the buck by yourself too.
Yeah, that won't be a problem.
Forgets that he was
You
given
don't
a
know.
job that was
Airlock
set to. Forgets that he was given a job that was, you know, for more
Based
people.
on the fact that he
Based
had
on the
crew
fact that he had a
members.
crew members now. Yeah.
No, he doesn't forget this. First of all, he's a cocky bastard. You should know this by now.
I know. I'm just saying.
It's just it's a funny reaction as well.
There was no forgetting.
I'm gonna let Cassie in.
Okay. I did not know she had called. I'll go let her in. Whilst you
Connor
guys discuss amongst
just
yourselves.
raises an eyebrow, shakes her head, gives a chuckle, and then goes back to bed.
Thank you for letting me know.
Well, we shall see if you stick to your end and don't try to ask for more money than what you were offered.
Also, she locks the door.
You still here, Hunter, or did you walk off too?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay. Just remember that you wouldn't have access to the possibility of getting this money for this bounty if it wasn't.
There goes Mark.
Oh well.
Bye-bye, Mark.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that is my statement to you. Be defending too.
She's still just like working on the piece of shit ship.
She's not really that interested.
Just like, who are you?
She pretty much just say, "You think you're the only one with connections?"
Out here, absolutely I am. You're in my territory. I'm on your ship, sure, but I was born in these lands. You are mere travelers.
DOS women protest too much.
That's not stealing, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But he's gonna begin to walk by, and as he gets right to your opposite side, closest towards the rooms, he's gonna hold out his arm and point out to a big gash in the side of the ship and go, "Hey, you missed a spot."
Big gash. What big gash?
Well, I mean, you said it's a burning trash heap of a ship. Obviously, I know it's not truly on fire, but I just assumed that it would be trashed.
Yeah.
So I assumed there would be like a big ass chunk missing out of it or something like that.
I'm just working on it. It's not mine.
I wouldn't trust anything. I wouldn't put my worst enemy in that ship. Hopefully you can actually do something with it.
Quick catch up to the Dungeon Master.
God
What did I
damn
miss?
it, Anakin.
Nothing really.
I'm gonna use bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He was
still my favorite episode.
Ravik was a smart ass and pointed out a big ass hole inside of the ship to Kate, and that was about it.
Yeah, so I would say, you know, this is a good place to stop it in the episode if everybody's good to retire their characters to their quote unquote bedrooms.
Yeah, that's where that's where my guy was.
I go to my room to station.
You just stopped by to be a smart ass before.
The door's locked to that one.
To that one?
Mm-hmm. That works.
I mean, to be fair, based on what he's used to, I'm sure that
Fucking
would
bed
still be a
not
comfortable
being
bed.
square with like the actual squares bugs the living shit out of me.
Yeah, I know.
I
Because
gotta
it's like
say.
I can go here, but I'm clipping through the wall.
To be fair, the bed's not
Nah,
squared with
he
everything else.
sleeps-
Here's the thing that I want to point
He
out.
sleeps halfway on, halfway off. He's just a weirdo that way.
I want to point out, they did this to try and line up the actual grid pattern on the ship's thing itself. Like on the actual thing with the grid pattern for the Roll20. So this is how the actual grid pattern is on the fucking map that they found.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, so there, yeah, that door is, this room is strangely locked. Ravik.
Can I bust it down?
I did not spin it.
You can attempt.
Just what strength?
Yep. That is not why it's locked.
It just immediately spawns in there.
Oh, was you trying to bust in through this one, or I thought I was going for this one?
No. This one is locked.
Oh.
This is an unclaimed room, and it is locked.
I assume I would have claimed a room before we picked up this guy.
Correct.
I rolled a 17.
I will say that you were able to pry open the doors, not fully, but enough. It's dark, and with a little bit of light that streams through, you think you can make out what seems to be like a droid arm and a leg, but you're not 100% sure on that.
Can I use something to hold it open long enough to reach down, grab my lightsaber, and like light it up and stick it through to like light up the room?
No, you wouldn't have enough time to be able to. I mean, unless you put your sword in there, but then your sword would be stuck in this door and you wouldn't be able to get it out.
Can I assist him in whatever he's trying to do?
Or, you know what? I will say you can assist him. You can find something to hold the door open.
Better yet.
Draw a slate, keep it down.
Better yet, I've got the door open. You poke your head in and tell me what's in here. It's locked, I'm assuming.
It's not wide
locked,
enough.
so-
You don't have it wide enough to get a head in. You have it wide enough to maybe get an arm through.
Why don't you just use your space magic and just go open sesame?
I mean, I don't have the push or pull skills. I didn't think I could do anything like that.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't. So,
Hey, I've been awake for over 36 hours. If you could keep it down, that would be nice.
We're just trying to get into this room and find out why it's locked.
Can
Hey,
I
you-
fit through a shade?
No.
Here.
You've got the pull ability, correct? Just open this some.
I use force pull.
Just shut the fucking door.
To shut the door. Yeah, to shut the door. No, to open the door.
Use force pull to shut the door. It clamps down on Ravik's fingers. He now has 2 thumbs.
That'd be so funny. No, I use it to open the door.
So you use force pull to try and open it. These doors, they like slide left and right. You use force pull. They are now dented outward and stuck.
Oh, I mean, I assumed that she would stand at an
yeah.
angle, realizing that the door slide. because
Yeah,
she's
Actually,
actually
I'm not a
the owner of
fucking
it.
retard.
So hold on, I want to point
TJ,
out.
what the fuck?
Right. You are agitated because you have been awake for 36 hours as a Sith. Give me a D100 roll. Because this is more of a check to make sure you don't do more damage than what you're intending.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, because I could easily break it.
Just /R space 1D.
Yep.
85.
God damn it.
It's /R.
I was really expecting it to pop up
Yeah.
85 because Sam has manifested shit like that in the past.
I thought it was too.
Sam
did
has
that, yeah, I did
manifested that in the past.
Probably. There we go. Damn.
Okay. You're not able to fully keep your force powers and rage in check. So, you do the force ability to try to open it, and you open it all
Also,
right.
Based on my position, I thought that he was standing where he is the door. That's why I stood here, so that I'd be at the angle.
Oh no, it doesn't matter the angle. The doors are usually centered. You open it all right. You rip it open, as well as every other door in the crew bunks has been forced open, and none of them are closing back.
Cool. No privacy for anyone, but we get to see what's in this room.
Kana stomps off, her hair glowing red as she returns to her room, pissed.
Thanks. Anyways. Shall we see
You
what's
don't
in this room
own
now,
this
Kate?
shit, by the way.
I wouldn't even say you're pissed. You were slightly upset that you were woken up in the middle of the night when you were trying to sleep after 36 hours. And
Oh no,
it was a
she was pissed.
You slammed open every single one of the cruise bunk
She's
doors.
had the worst past 2 days, and she just wants some fucking sleep.
So he's gonna proceed in, and I'm assuming, would there be a light switch on the wall next
Oh
to him?
yeah, there's a light fixture on the wall that you could probably try to click on.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do
I didn't break that too.
The light flickers on. There is a droid that stands about 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Is a little bit more slender than your medical droid, but aside from that, looks the exact same.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
Come here, please. And slide over so there's room for her to walk in. The fuck is that? And don't say droid, you smartass. Why is there another tall droid in here?
Decommissioned.
But why was it locked in a room?
Don't know.
I mean, you've been here longer than I am.
Kind of passes the fuck out.
Yeah.
A droid,
What is the fuck that you're passing out to everyone?
a decommissioned droid. A decommissioned droid, you would assume, would be kept, not in a bed.
Oh, it's not in a bed. This looks like a droid charging station.
You would expect a charging station like this to be, towards like where the other droid is. The medical droid stays all the time in the quote unquote doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
so why the fuck is this here?
Can Shade scan the droid to see why it's not operating?
Yeah, if you'd like to scan the droid, do me a favor, give me a technology check.
Technology check, just a second. Okay, I have to pull up my carry sheet again. Natural 20.
That's not a nat 20. That's a 13 plus 7. But...
Anyway, you scan it. As you're doing your once-overs, you do your once-over and all that stuff. You check on it. You get a bit of an indication. Droid seems very, very similar to Necro. However, whenever you've noticed Necro, his classification is almost like, it's almost redacted, and it's a medical unit. This one says Gamma Assassin. At that moment, its eye flickers on.
Okay.
With a deep orange color.
If Kana has to get up, she's gonna fucking crush that droid.
I guess Shade turns to Kate and I'm like, this is a decommissioned assassin droid.
Michael, does a 19 hit your armor class?
Yep.
Yeah, so you see it grab Ravok by the horn and fling him across the room into the wall, and I think that's a good place to end it.
Off!
Turn it off! I'm gonna need that metal horn I was talking about.
Your horn is still attached!
I said before long. I didn't mean right now.
And you're gonna need a new assassin droid. That thing's about to be a fucking scrap pile, because Kana is not gonna be happy when she wakes up.
Scrap metal.
We're cutting here because I don't want to do the rest of this without Andrew.
Fair.
Because this is pertinent to his character.
Dude, it's his brother.
It's probably like a swap the memory chip type thing over in, so he's got an assassin side and a healing side. Or medical side.
Yin and yang. Same thing.
Had to be in the room next to Kana. Just had to be.
Just had to be. Just had to be. That being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll see everyone next time
Tomorrow.
we play tomorrow. We'll see everybody tomorrow for Naruto. But aside from that, everybody here will be guaranteed to see everyone next time for the next session of the Outrider. Hopefully less inclement weather next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
would be nice. But we're gonna raid out. We're gonna raid out to Taro. She's playing Resident Evil. She's been
zombies
playing
and a
through.
storm.
Well, it's kind of poetic. We're raiding out to Taro. She's playing Resident Evil 4, so she's killing zombies.
It's very,
So-
very poetic.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, so I'll talk to y'all later.